Hello, everyone. Hi, Pondfrog. Hi, Luca. Hi, Maya. How are you all doing? Oh, Pondfrog's letting Luca be first. That's so sweet. Maya, you have a watch streak? I think that's like a kind of new thing. I don't really know how it works, to be honest. But yay, you have a watch streak. It means you're a super fan, true. It means you're a real one. I was like, I don't know if like Pee-wee or Crunkle are gonna come. And then I realized I'm like not even in the Discord. Like they wouldn't even they wouldn't have even known. Sorry though, you early birds have to wait a few more minutes. I'm not gonna get into it like immediately. Just to give people some time to get here. Hi. Hi, Pee-wee.
What?
What do you mean, what?
What?
Here, I'll screen share it for you, I guess. Oh yeah, I guess I have to, because you're helping me with the voices. Pondfrog, I hate you. I don't. I don't hate you guys.
Why do you hate chat?
I told them they had to wait a few minutes. And Luca, Pondfrog, and Maya were all here like immediately. So I said, sorry, you guys had to wait like a few minutes. Usually I don't linger on the stream starting soon screen for that long, but yeah, this is an important one.
Oh, I get a look at the title screen.
That's true.
Chat doesn't get a look at the title screen.
Jack can look at the title screen.
I'm getting rice for dinner.
From where?
Mom.
Oh. Okay. Okay, I think we can probably start now. Okay. Begin. You guys will have to tell me if it freezes because I can't see my OBS window.
Does the stream normally freeze?
No.
1918.
You can't say it ahead of time. November 16th, 1918, 5:50 p.m. Russia, Petrograd Petrograd train station. Everyone bark like a dog when Andrew comes on screen.
Ew. Who said
I had Luca.
Yeah.
No. In this city, at the beginning of its harsh winter, the wind, which now felt colder than ever, was constantly growing. Oh, I can't use oh, I can use enter. Cool. The time was about to hit 6 o'clock. The sun had already set and it was dark around.
Faster.
On the platform of this huge station in Petrograd stood the train grandly designed in railroad guides. I keep hitting space instead of enter, as the Northern Express, Nord Express 1119. It was one of the great locomotives operated by
Compagnie Internationale des Wagenslits.
which are active all over Europe. It was the latest sleeper train that connected Petrograd to Paris via various European cities between them. On that quiet, desolate platform, a young man and a crewman were arguing about something by the side of a sleeping car.
Ew.
Okay, so I'm
What
guessing
is-
you don't want to be him. Don't say
Okay.
ew, the art's cute. Ooh. Who's crewman?
I mean,
Desolate Sand reference, I know, right? Oh. I'm begging you. Please. I'm sorry, but I really can't help you here. As I've said earlier, unfortunately there are no free compartments left on this train. It's a special situation this time around, and your timing was poor, too. Well, but really, not a single vacant one? I was telling Pee-wee, I was like, the text font is gonna make me misread everything. Who knows? Even if there was a vacant spot. There are no available berths for people like you who just come rushing in out of nowhere. I'll be fine without a berth. I could sleep on the floor. That's not the problem here. I don't really understand why you were in such a hurry, but if you wait, eventually another train will come. Why don't you wait for about a day or so? That's... If I don't depart by today. If it's about the money, I have it. So... Oh, give me a break. How many more times are you gonna repeat the same story? Ugh. No matter how much you keep begging me, it's useless. First of all, wouldn't it be irresponsible to let some strange guy on board in this situation? With such a shabby appearance, you probably don't even have the money to pay for the train ticket. Didn't he just say he had the money?
Yeah.
That's not true. If it's about the money, I have it. What's with your way of talking? Can't you speak more coherently?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I don't have the time to listen to you blabber all day. Just as I've said many times before, people whose identities we can't confirm are not allowed on this train. Should I show my ID? Huh? There is something I can prove with it. I'll take it out now. Please give me a sec.
Pulls out a gun.
Whoa, already 5 minutes left before departure. Well, I don't have the time to deal with you anymore. You're out of luck. Give up for today. No way. Tongue-tied, the young man simply stood there, perplexed. The crewman, who forcibly cut the conversation short, was about to walk away from him. But still Still, he couldn't just give up. The young man tried to chase after him. But when he happened to look behind the crewman, there stood a tall man dressed in a blue uniform.
Ew.
It was like he appeared out of thin air. I was about to say, chat, this is your time. He wore a gorgeous uniform, glittering with gold embroidery, and a deep blue coat draped over his shoulders. The pale man, whose eyes were shadowed by the brim of his hat, had a peculiar air about him. You could tell at a glance just by looking at the blue uniform, which only one person was allowed to wear, that this is the man called the Conductor-in-Chief. Is that the skin name? No, he's train conductor. Duh. When did he... Ah, Chief. Good day.
How does it, baby?
Damn, he's tall. Are you Andrew? Or am I
Okay.
Andrew?
What's the matter? Is there a problem?
Why are you making him sound gay? No, it's not a big deal. I mean, I know he is, but why are you giving him that voice?
I don't know. Oh.
They're speaking Russian. It's in fast, hushed voices, so I can't make out all of the conversation. Just as we were about to depart, this cheeky brat asked me if there was a vacant spot left in the sleeping cars. He says he really needs the board now, but all of the compartments are already taken. Besides, this time the Nord Express is...
Well, what about it? Why don't you read the boarding list again?
The conductor folded his arms and whispered to the porters behind him. Immediately, one of them began to look through the boarding checklist. Is Porter a new character? Who is that? We just checked and found out that there is only one passenger who has not arrived.
And that person's name is...
Says his name is Mr. W.K. Reichenbach. 3rd class, compartment number 4.
There's only 3 minutes left. By the looks of things, I doubt that gentleman will be coming. Even if he reaches the platform now, he won't make it in time for the boarding.
Is this what Andrew sounds like in your head?
I don't know what he sounds like in my head.
You make him sound way more confident than I'd assume.
Or he's crossing his arms. I don't know. There's going to be trouble if the train doesn't run on schedule.
And then the conductor turned his gaze upon the young man for the first time.
Ew.
His red eye could be seen through the gap in his colorless white hair.
Why is this just a fan fiction?
It's pretty well made for... I mean, that's what White Tombstone is.
Yeah, there's more gameplay.
We haven't gotten past the beginning. We're like 2 minutes in. Feeling as if he was pierced by that keen eye, the young man involuntarily drew in a breath and stiffened up. You need to see how big they drew Andrew's hands. They look pretty normally proportioned. However, contrary to his appearance, the conductor spoke to the young man in a gentle voice.
Yeah. Now then, mister, if you're okay with taking the 3rd class compartment, you can board the train.
Really?
Yes, Queen.
Shut up.
Since there's no time left, let's finish with all the formalities after the departure. All you really need is your is your handheld baggage.
Your band-belled baggage.
Other luggage will be moved to your compartment by a porter, so you can leave it right here. Watch your step. No, please get on.
But thank Thank you so much. Chief, what do you think you were...
Have you finished the inspection?
What? The crewman, perhaps feeling out of place, went off to another inspection site, looking humiliated. The young man tried to climb the stairs to enter the sleeping car, but he turned around and called out to the conductor as if he remembered something urgent. Excuse me, sir.
What is it?
About him. I mean, can animals accompany... Wolf.
Ew. That's not a problem. This train allows small animals on board.
Upon hearing that, the young man gave him a big smile. That's good.
Well then, have a great trip.
See you next fall. The final crew member roll call was completed at 6 o'clock sharp. That scared me. Okay, your guys' audio shouldn't be like that loud, but mine, I can't adjust my own audio for, like, I can't adjust the audio for this game at all. Unless maybe I can't. No, because this isn't. Oh shit, whatever. I can't adjust the audio. So mine is very loud. And thus the Nord Express, which crosses the northern lands, slowly built up speed and power to leave the platform. Henceforth, the 4-day journey had begun.
4 days on a train, that's terrible.
That's what you had to do in the old time, dude.
I would just not travel.
Yeah, have fun living in a freaking cottage in the middle of nowhere. November 16th, 6:22 p.m. Compartment number 4, third class. The Nord Express, which departed from the platform at 6 p.m., ran smoothly on the railroad tracks while rocking the car at regular intervals. The scenery outside the window was already pitch black, but what I could barely see was the endless snow field. Snow, snow, and even more snow. That scenery didn't feel real, and I just ended up staring out of the window in a daze. After arriving in this compartment and receiving the luggage from the porter, I paid for the ticket and left my passport with the crew. I, Victor Grant, am a sheriff. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
2 years ago, I moved from England to this country for duty, and worked as one of the police officers of the British Embassy. This song. Haha, duty. Victor's on duty. That's not funny. However, there was a big revolt last year and the situation became too unstable for me to stay here any longer. Urgent. Return to your homeland at once. After receiving that telegram from England, I just packed up my things and fled. He's blinking, oh my god.
Ew, why does he do that?
Even though I was able to get on safely, I never thought I'd board a luxury train used by wealthy aristocrats. Not to mention that almost all of my savings are gone and my financial situation right now is rather difficult. On the morning of the 4th day, I'll get off at the Paris station.
Parisian.
From there, I'll change to the train bound for the Strait and cross the sea. Hopefully, I'll be in London within 8 days. At this rate, I doubt the money I have will be enough. But either way, I'm really glad I finally managed to get away from that place. All thanks to the conductor in the blue uniform.
Pooped you.
Really, it was just pure chance. I'm sure I wouldn't have been able to get on this train without him.
BRB.
Okay. At Luca. Because I'm not good at talking. Back then I could only say a simple thank you. But I wonder why he allowed me, a complete stranger, to board the train. Either way, if I crossed paths with him again, I would like to express my gratitude once more. Woof. What's wrong, Wick? Woof. Bark.
Where's the dog poop?
In its diaper. I see. Sure, writing a letter might work. What a wonderful idea. He's probably constantly busy with his duties as the conductor-in-chief. I can't stand to have to take up his time for myself. I'll put my feelings of gratitude into a letter, and if we happen to pass by each other, I'll quickly hand it to him. Haha, duty, I know, right? Andrew's duty. That way he can read it when he has time to spare. And so, I took the letter set from my bag and started writing the letter on a small table. Still, it was very quiet except for the sound of the wheels. The crew said that the reservations for this train were full, but I couldn't detect any signs of people, even more so than I expected. Besides, I heard that the third class compartment is a shared room, but when I arrived, I was the only person here. Why? I didn't have the courage to ask, but I rarely even hear footsteps passing outside.
What are they gonna do? Kick him off?
Well, I don't know. If you were on a train of other people, you'd probably want to, like, see them. Nevertheless, I was able to concentrate on writing the letter. Once I start writing, I forget about the passage of time and get absorbed in it. Have the other passengers left the dining car already? I stared at the food ticket that was handed to me along with the train ticket. I didn't really want to run into the other passengers. I knew at best myself that I wasn't the kind of person who could even get on this train in the first place. So I could choose not to go to the dining car, but when I thought about it, in the last 2 days I remembered that I had only eaten one piece of bread. Damn. If I can get something to eat with this ticket, then I'm gonna go check out the dining car. November 16th, 8:30 p.m. Dining car. After some time, I went to the dining car with Wick. Better hope they have dog food. I'd never set foot in such an opulent place. The interior of the car was bathed in a gentle, warm light. Fortunately, there were no passengers around and it was quiet. I sat down in one of the seats in the... What?
I'm checking on my...
What? Oh, you're switching devices? I don't know what happened to Pee-wee.
That was me.
Oh. You just happened to do it, like, join in at the same time that Pee-wee, like, did a really scary transition.
No, I was checking my rice. I have 8 minutes.
Sorry, you went, I'm trucking my rice, and then, like, Crunkle joined. I was like, what? Hi, Crunkle. You didn't miss that much.
Crunkle can be Andrew. I don't want to be Andrew.
Crunkle, do you want to be Andrew when he shows up? Again? I sat down in one of the seats in the least noticeable corner. Then I modestly rang the bell and waited for the restaurant attendant to come take my order. Until the food arrived, I could only stare at one point on the table, probably because of my anxiety.
He's like Cartman.
What?
Cartman has anxiety.
Yeah, like Aesop.
No.
I looked at the food that has been brought in as if it were something alien. Then, using a knife and fork, I clumsily cut it into pieces and ate it while looking down. Don't say that. I know, right? Although the food was getting cold, it was still tasty. It was a luxurious meal that I couldn't usually afford to eat. I've never had anything like this. It's delicious.
It tastes like duty.
When I gave Wick his own meal and tried to get up from the table, someone came in again from the farthest door. I thought it was a waiter, but there stood a tall, white-haired man in a blue uniform.
Joseph?
No. It was the conductor-in-chief, you idiot. Is Crunkle here? Does Crunkle want to be Andrew?
Uncle.
Oh my. Good evening. Oh.
Wait, I was Andrew.
You said you didn't want to be Andrew anymore.
Well, I thought Crunkle was gonna be Andrew.
You weren't talking. Good evening.
Are you by yourself?
I gave him a small nod.
If you don't mind, may I take a seat?
Damn. Sure. Just what on earth is going on?
Eat your damn food, bitch. Fuck you looking crazy for him.
To think it would be that easy to run into him. Aw, darn. I forgot the letter I intended to give him in my compartment.
So fuck up.
Shut up. He didn't think he was gonna run into him that fast. I could have just handed it to him if I had brought it with me. But who could have imagined that we would meet again at a time like this? I wanted to thank him, but I was so nervous I couldn't even speak. The suffocating feeling that made my throat tight caused me to panic even more. All the while I could see that the conductor was looking right at me.
Yeah.
As usual, I'm really bad at maintaining eye contact. But it couldn't always stay that way. I looked back at him resolutely. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Person who made this game loves Andrew.
Why is he so anime?
I don't know. Look at him. It was difficult to read his emotions with the right side of his face obscured by his hair. His mouth curving up in a smile, coupled with the disturbing scars on his face. Damn, they're not disturbing, jeez. His overall shadiness actually suited his demeanor very well. The conductor pushed the cigarette butt he had in one hand against the ashtray and put out the fire. After that, he took out the cigarette case and offered it to me. Victor doesn't smoke.
I don't smoke. Would you like one?
No, thank you.
What are you, a pussy? Suit yourself. Is something the matter?
Oh, you just look so painted. I feel like I'm in a visual novel.
Your scars are so disturbing.
Well, it was the first, time someone's ever offered me a smoke. I was a little surprised is all. I look quite small and childlike, so...
I try not to judge someone based on their appearance, that's all.
Uh-oh. I'm kidding.
Age is just a number.
Shut up.
I get into a lot of trouble because of the way I look. It's not about what's on the outside, but what's on the inside that counts, right?
The conductor said that with a smile.
Speaking of which, do pardon me for not introducing myself sooner. My name is Andrew Chris.
After introducing himself, the conductor waited for my reply. I too tried to introduce myself, but
I'm a fuck up.
I'm I
Loser. Can we get rid of this guy?
Can
It's
he be the
annoying.
murdered on the Nord Express?
Victor is just Aesop in a different like color.
No, Victor,
He's just
He feels
blonde
bad.
Aesop who doesn't kill. No. Okay, he indirectly leads to people's deaths.
Victor is too emotional.
As I tried to introduce myself, I suddenly felt like I was suffocating. That usual unpleasant sensation slowly began to rise from my throat.
Me when acid reflux.
Oh god. Why here?
Mm.
I am so sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah, Aesop just doesn't know how to express his emotions.
It's okay. Take your time.
Ugh. The conductor kindly waited for me while I struggled to speak normally. Feeling bad for wasting his time, I closed my eyes and focused on calming down. I am Victor Grant. And this puppy by my side is Wick. He's my partner. I thought Wick was a girl, although maybe that info wasn't like known when this game came out.
I don't know. Where's his partner? Is he a zoophile?
Just don't say that. Mr. Crease, I wanted to say thank you again.
Mr. Kriesendorfen.
What?
He's German.
He's not. Is he?
Yeah.
Andrew.
Victor?
I don't know. I think Andrew's German. Not this one, I guess.
He is German.
This one's Russian.
Ruska.
Thank you very much for letting me on board earlier. Pee-wee, chat wants you to go to jail.
Why? What did I do?
Even now, I cannot thank you enough for waiting for me to be able to speak again. But when expressed aloud, my words of gratitude sound superficial, no matter how many times I say them.
Oh, that's quite enough. There's no need for you to worry about such things.
Why Dezo conductor have crazy riz? This person very clearly believes in top Andrew, bottom Victor.
I get. Not the sex part, but I just like this dynamic is poopy.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm neutral towards it. I don't care about these characters enough to care. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with the person making a game. They made their own fan game. They can have their whatever character be the top and whatever character be the bottom.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not saying that. I just why is Andrew so fucking alpha? Can you not?
I don't know. It's kind of cool to see Andrew not be some
Yeah.
pathetic
He
silly
looks
guy.
so evil though.
He's so alpha, but he's also so anime.
Yeah, he's like emo wolf anime character. Sorry, I have to shut up. This is me. I'm not trying to be like that. I just was joking.
Crunkles/J, everyone. I wrote you a letter. A thank you letter.
The fuck?
Because I'm not good at face-to-face communication. But I left it in my compartment. When he heard that, the conductor, Mr. Crease, looked surprised for a moment. But then he immediately showed a sweet, natural smile.
That's so fucking out of character.
I know.
Oh my. And I'm looking forward to receiving it some other time.
What the hell are you talking about?
I have something I've been meaning to ask. Are you gay? Why did you let me on board?
Because you're fat. Who knows? It may have been just on a whim, but if you insist I answer honestly.
He's gonna give the pickup line. The conductor, who was clearly trying to evade the question, said so and smiled again, but unlike his previous smile, this dauntless smirk did not reveal any of his real feelings.
Mr. Grants, you're a sheriff, right?
Uh-oh. Yes.
Handcuffs, right?
Shut
Oh,
up, that's not you. Yes, that's right.
A police officer dispatched from the UK who worked in the British Embassy for 2 years. This can be inferred from your passport.
I received an emergency telegram from my homeland, so I had to return as soon as possible.
So I thought, no matter what kind of clothes someone's wearing, if you really look at their behavior and mannerisms, you can figure out their true nature and circumstances without being told. Whether it's their noticeable accent or the loyal dog they're with, you need an accent.
I can't do it. I'm doing an American accent for Victor.
Oh, is that the reason?
No,
why?
stop. It's not you.
Be British.
No, I'm not being British.
That's Victor. He's British.
So is that the reason why I was allowed on board?
That's not the only reason, but it's one of them.
Victor is British. I can't do a British accent.
They're crewmen on this sleeper's train, but unfortunately there are no policemen. When I saw you, I thought having you on board would be a good idea.
Don't say it like that.
If something went wrong during this journey, we weren't sure if we could handle it by ourselves.
If something went wrong? Yes, that's right. As I said earlier, it's not just because you're a sheriff. I don't know where Pee-wee went. There is another important reason to have you on board. And that is because I thought you were trustworthy. Huh? Huh? You are quiet, honest, and thoughtful. Because you know how important words are, you don't go out of your way to say things that should not be said. Nor do you unnecessarily blurt out important information. Carrying out your duties in this cold region far away from home must not have been easy, right? But I'm sure your employers entrusted you with that job because they had faith in you. That's the type of man I pegged you as. Damn.
This Andrew's like so. It's.
This is not
are
your
you?
Andrew.
Who are you?
Now looking at you face to face, I'm once again convinced that my intuition was correct. Mr. Grants, I believe it is okay for me to entrust you with the secret of this train, as well as our mission. What do you mean? Mr. Grants, have you seen any passengers at all since you got on this train? Probably not. Besides, you probably heard from the crew that the sleeping car reservations are full, but In actuality, most of the compartments are vacant. You may have noticed that all of the remaining vacant seats were intentionally blocked out by fake names. Passengers such as W.K. Reichenbach never existed to begin with. The identities of the passengers on this train are extremely confidential. Because the passengers are noblemen, including the Grand Duke of Russia and his wife.
Who the fuck?
Huh?
Grand Duke of Russia.
Yeah.
Where? Even though this train is close to empty, they still took a minimum number of servants with them. Because this journey is to be carried out as secretly as possible. As you may have already guessed, this is a train they set up for asylum. What?
See, this is like White Tombstone.
I saw.
Asylum?
In 1917. In other words, last year. The revolt has marked the end of the Emperor's era. Just a few months ago, did you know that the abdicated former Emperor's family was executed? Official announcements say that the Emperor alone was executed. However, it is certain that the entire family was killed. This has apparently triggered an active... Oh, I almost said bunt. Hunt for the rest of the imperial family. After the country's internal affairs became unstable, some radical anti-imperialists have been assassinating royalty and nobles and shooting them dead after long periods of imprisonment. Rumor has it that the situation has become quite dire, since the Grand Duke is the younger brother of the executed emperor. Is it Joseph?
He's not wearing that hat. It is kind of just sitting on top, huh?
There is a good chance that he would be targeted as well. And the prince aboard this train. Ivan is an aristocrat whose family has always had close ties to the royal family. I hear that they, too, have various circumstances that led to the decision to seek asylum. Well, we're just crew members, so we cannot measure the scope of the actual situation. But we have an important mission to get them safely to their destination. On the other hand, as disturbing as it may sound, no matter how stealthily we try to carry out this plan, we can't say for sure that there will be no renegades or assassins.
What train did you get on, Victor?
We have obtained this information about it from somewhere and are trying to aim for the nobles' lives.
The smile on his face became even bolder.
Therefore, I'd like to ask you, a sheriff, to act as a train's patrol officer as part of a special mission.
Oh,
What's the matter?
No. Please give me a second. The train's patrol officer. What does this even mean? Because he said it so casually, it's taking me some time to gauge the meaning of his words. Such heavy responsibility? For me?
It's actually quite simple. If you're on patrol and happen to find something or someone suspicious, please report it to me.
Wouldn't I qualify as suspicious?
A train conductor in chief will be responsible for you. I will explain everything to the passengers, so don't worry.
But
Of course, I'm not saying that you're going to be working for free. If you accept this job, you won't have to pay for the train ride.
ooh.
In fact, we should also give you a generous reward.
Whoa. For me, who's tight on funds right now, those words have shaken my heart.
Mr. Grants, you paid the exact amount for the 4-day train ticket. To tell the truth, I was a little surprised that you had that much money on your person, but you've already spent most of it, haven't you? Well, whether you had enough money to pay for the ticket or not, I was gonna make this offer anyways. Well, after all, you too want to leave the country, right?
You too wants to leave the country.
Together with the monetary reward, you should also add on a compensatory bonus to your current funds. Mr. Grant, I trust you as a sheriff. No, as a human being. I know what you want to say. Why do you trust me so much even though we met each other just a few minutes ago? Is it just intuition? Usually we call this fate.
What the fuck?
Me allowing you aboard this train was not a mere coincidence. It was all decided in advance as part of God's plan.
Damn. They made him religious. They kept that.
I'm not a little line.
I've only heard that no one believes in fatalism as much as the Russians. But this man here just proves it.
Okay, stereotyping.
Am I really alright for this job?
There's something I'd like to ask of you, though. Your job as a patrol officer, as this whole mission, you must take it to your grave as eternal secret. That's all. Will you accept it, Mr. Grants?
The conductor-in-chief stared at me with his glowing crimson eyes. His voice, too, was very calm.
Crimson orbs.
The red LEDs coming out of his eyes. But even I, who was usually pretty skeptical, knew that he wasn't joking around. He was smiling, but his gaze was undeniably serious. I still didn't understand why he trusted me so much. But if you think about it, he kind of took patronage over me when he let me on this train. Given that fact, there's no way I could just decline his request. It's alright. Just as Mr. Kreese said. Even I was starting to wonder how much better it would be if I could act as a sheriff on this train instead of loafing around for 4 days in this shabby outfit.
Loaf.
The conductor-in-chief probably hadn't expected me to reply as I did. Yes, I accept.
I'm happy to hear that, Mr. Grants.
When I folded my hands and looked at the conductor, who was smiling with satisfaction, my heart started to throb. Okay.
Okay.
Heart attack.
Once again, I may have bitten off more than I could chew. I can't guarantee it, but I will try to fulfill my duty, just as you ask.
Oh god. Don't worry. We will also do our best to prevent any problems from rising on our end.
Even if
Yeah.
something does... Oh, that's you.
Even if something does go wrong, though.
Hi, Dude Dragon. We're playing Murder on the Nord Express, which is an IDV fan game about the Sophia Essence, the one with like train conductor, and the Axe Boy skin, I guess.
All you have to do and fulfill your obligations as a sheriff to the best of your ability. Of course, there's only so much a sheriff can do that on his own. But I need your presence here.
It's called Ivan. Whatever, it's the Axe Boy skin.
Damn.
I'm good, Dude Dragon. How are you? Okay. Then I silently reached my hand out towards the conductor. Damn! As a proof of our oath in a language other than words. When the conductor saw that, he slipped off his white glove and gently squeezed my small hand with his much larger one.
This is so yaoi.
His hands were well-shaped and pale like snow, just like his face, but they were very warm.
This is shit you guys into. Alright, cat.
Chat loves yaoi. Although they looked delicate, I felt a certain, undeniable strength.
Well done. I'll be counting on you.
I nodded. November 16th, 9:30 p.m., dining car. The conductor told me what my duties as a patrol officer would be, and I signed the last contract. It is strictly prohibited to leak or disclose this confidential information to a third party, regardless of whether it is written, verbal, or relayed via other methods.
For the time being, it is necessary to have your formal consent this way. The asylum plan requires absolute secrecy. And if it comes to light that you've been leaked any information about this plan to others, neither you nor I will get away with just losing our positions. To put it simply, let's just say that even our lives would not be guaranteed.
Damn.
No need to be so frightened. After all, you won't have much trouble keeping up with this level of duty maintenance, right, Mr. Gramps? As I said earlier, all you have to do is bring everything you see and hear on this train to the grave. And besides, it's not just you. All the crew members have agreed to this confidentiality before making a contract in exchange for a sufficient reward. Of course, I'm no exception, so all this is just a formality, really.
I read the contract silently and then signed it with an unsteady hand. The conductor received the documents, looked them over, and his lips curled up into a satisfied smile.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Then, when we finished our prior discussion, we moved on to small talk. Small talk. Or rather, we talked about the letter.
Can they shut up?
What do you want from this game?
Other characters. These guys are boring. They literally. By the way, do you like writing letters, Mr. Grants?
Yes, I do. I'm not good at speaking, so I might be better at communicating via writing.
You might.
Well, I've never really had any friends who'd write me letters and tell me if I'm any good at it. I know it's weird. I don't have any friends to talk to, but I like to write letters. Victor's
I'm such
oversharing a little bit.
bore. I'm such a loser.
The people around me have told me as much.
Then why do you write these? Or then who do you write these letters to?
Looks like you're not too good at talking either, Andrew. Ha ha ha. Put vents in the vent channel, Victor. Self.
I don't have any friends. I almost choke.
Because when you're your own partner, you can easily talk about any secret, no matter how trivial. That's always been the case. Rather than trying to find a correspondent, I've already gotten used to this.
Mr. Grants, what are you saying? Aren't I going to be your correspondent?
Damn. Indeed. For the first time, the person I'm trying to send a personal letter to is right in front of me.
Just why? If I receive a letter from you, Mr. Grants, I would like to write you back.
I think this game is a little too much for me.
To tell you the truth, I have also been longing to exchange letters with someone a little bit. Does this proposal sound good to you?
Yes, that'd be wonderful. I accept your proposal, Andrew. Because if we're exchanging letters, then that means Mr. Kreese and I are essentially Barrett.
But unless... I think
Just as the conductor-in-chief mumbled, about to say something else, a bell began ringing in the distance.
Oh dear, looks like a passenger is calling for me. Oh, I hate doing my job. I have to go around.
The conductor-in-chief got up from his seat.
Oh, I'm sorry to have cut the conversation short so suddenly. Mr. Grants, please rest up for today. The crew should be preparing your bed right now. It was nice to be able to talk to you this evening. Well then, have a good night.
After parting ways with the conductor-in-chief, something minor happened. On the way back to my compartment, I saw a small figure in the sleeping car aisle. Is that a child? Oh.
Wait, can I be Axeboy?
Yeah.
It
It looked like a small boy in a big hat wanted to see the view from the window. However, the view from the inside was blocked by a thick layer of frost coating the glass. You know, I respect that they didn't humanize him at all. Or like take off his bandages and like make him like a regular kid or something. I could tell from that outfit that the boy was a noble, but seeing his troubled figure, I decided to try approaching him.
Mister, who are you? You're not one of the crewmen.
You're giving him the Andrew voice.
Oh.
Ugh. When I got closer to him, I noticed that the boy's face was covered in bandages. The eyes peeking through the gaps of the bandages were locked onto me.
That's right, mister. Weren't you the one arguing in front of the train just before it departed?
He knows?
I was watching you from inside the car. But I figured you weren't someone suspicious since the conductor-in-chief let you on board. And you came just at the right moment. Hey, I have a request. Mister, could you open this window? I just want to touch the cold air for a little bit.
Don't do it.
The heat in our compartment was too much, and I got sick of it.
This window seemed like it could be easily opened by a child, but this boy didn't even try to lift a finger. Though I was a little weirded out, I pushed the windowsill up as I was asked. He's gonna jump out, you fool! Oh, okay. It was pitch black outside and it was still snowing. The freezing air and snowflakes flew in together with the wind. Whoa!
God.
The aristocratic boy was playing with the blowing wind and snow.
And as I thought, it's so dark I can't even see anything. I'm sure Joseph won't have opened the window because it's dangerous.
Oh,
Oh, and by the way, mister, do you like snow?
huh? I was stumped when he suddenly asked me that.
That's such a weird question. Why would I like snow?
I've never really been asked whether I like snow or not.
This dude is insufferable.
I mean, snow comes by itself when it gets cold and then disappears when winter is over. I don't think I have particularly strong feelings towards any natural phenomena, liking or disliking it. He has no friends. Yeah, no wonder no one asked him. However, when I watch the snow fall quietly, I sometimes feel nostalgic. This art is cute. I like that they have lots of in-between art. Maybe it's because my birthday is in December. It's November right now, so Christmas will be in a month. I'm gonna turn 23 years old.
I'm so old. He's like ancient.
Ugh. In other words, because I get this feeling of nostalgia, is it okay to think that I am more inclined towards liking snow? As I was thinking about it, I realized that I was staying silent as usual. Crap. I opened my mouth. I realized a little late that I was unconsciously clenching my teeth in order to withstand the cold.
Mister? Whoa. Oh.
What? What are you doing?
I dropped the chopstick.
Oh.
Come on, you don't have to think about it so hard. Hey, do I ask you this question? I personally don't know if I like snow or hate it. Because I like making snowmen with my family, but I hate slipping and falling on snowy roads. I'm like literally hitting the gritty. I was born very ill, you see. When I get injured, it's really hard to stop the bleeding, so it always spells trouble.
Stop.
For me, just falling down and getting a scratch can be fatal. That's why, since a long time ago, my attendant's been almost constantly looking after me. Everybody wants to be alone sometimes, right? Well, whatever. I forgot to say it, but my name's Ivan. Thank you for opening the window, quiet mister.
This kid is a real one, yeah.
I didn't want to open it myself, so you really helped me out.
He didn't want to open the window?
I try not to touch windows. You know, windows are a symbol of calamity for me. Besides, if I just go and stick my head out of an open window, an evil monster is going to drop the flame from behind and get my head chopped off, right?
That's too real. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Victor never read Axe Boy lore. Without giving me any time to ask what he meant, the boy walked away in high spirits. The snow was constantly blowing through the window that remained open. November 16th, 10:05 p.m. Compartment number 4, 3rd class.
The IDV reset.
Yeah. And when I returned to my compartment, the berth bed had already been arranged into a... had already been arranged into a bed. I can now go to sleep at any time. How many years has it been since I talked to so many people in a single day like this? You talked to what, like 3 people?
You talked to like 2 people. Well,
We talked to the conductor guy, the ticket guy,
Was
or
I-
whatever.
out.
That guy counts, even though he wasn't an IDV character.
Yeah, I have a body of faith.
That's probably more scary. I feel more mentally exhausted than I expected. I tried to lie down, but the sound of the wheels kept echoing. I probably won't be able to sleep peacefully with all this noise. Wick seemed cramped in this small room, but after a while I heard his quiet snoring. Because of what had happened earlier, my consciousness remained clear even when I closed my eyes. I think this train was for the asylum of the Russian Grand Duke and other aristocrats. As the crewman on the platform said, it wasn't something that a normal person like me could ride on. As a result, I ended up becoming a part of a huge secret plan. That is why I have to thank him. A letter that was supposed to be given to the conductor-in-chief was still on the desk. When I got up and reread it, I noticed something. When I wrote this, I still didn't know that the conductor's name was Andrew Crease.
I thought it was Miles Power.
I should rewrite it and include his name this time, but I wasn't told how to spell it correctly. There's nothing quite as disrespectful as misspelling someone's name. If I meet him tomorrow, I'll have to ask.
It's like
After all, Mr. Crease said that he'd write me a reply. I'm so glad. When I closed my eyes again, thinking about it, caused the vision of the conductor-in-chief from our conversation earlier to be played out within my mind. He's down bad already. Mr. Crease's gestures, each one was sophisticated and elegant. When he suddenly asked me to act as a patrol officer, I was surprised, but not only did he give me the benefit of riding this train, but he also trusted me without judging me by appearance, giving me a place to stay and a role to play. Besides, I didn't actually mind being asked to do so much. I'm not good at talking to people, but I like helping them. He treated me normally, without making fun of me or ridiculing me for my way of speaking. I wonder when it began, when my words stopped coming out of my mouth the right way. That wasn't the case in the past.
ever since the accident. I've never been.
Originally, I didn't like to talk much, but I didn't get choked up like this and feel like I was suffocating. Before I could even notice it, I became less and less confident in talking to people. But it can't keep going like this. Now that I've gotten on this train, I have to make an effort to change myself.
Did you see what Edluca put in the Discord?
No.
The person who translated the game saw your stream and they got mad.
Why'd they get mad?
I don't know.
What?
What, this stream?
I think so. That's what Ed Lucas said.
Maybe it's because I was making fun of it.
Why is Luca getting every tower?
They got mad because of Victor hate. I'm not hating on Victor. That's Pee Wee and
Yeah, that was
Crunkle.
me. Tell him to fight me.
Or back then he used the word fate. It's been less than a day since I met him, but he spoke as if he knew me. I don't love Victor, I'm neutral about it. I knew that wasn't the case, but for a moment I thought that Mr. Kreese might have been together with them. But as far as I've figured, I don't think he belongs to that group. After all, his belief in me was pure, yet extraordinarily serious. I've always had a bit of a trait, when in certain situations I could feel others' emotions as if they were my own. This trait isn't always prevalent, but it always works in unexpected times.
He has spidey senses.
No, he's an empath.
Oh.
One might call it empathy. Maybe I'm just more sensitive than others. But when the conductor-in-chief was talking about the letter, I could feel that he was a little nervous. As for me, when the conductor first stared at me from across the table, for some reason, I felt like I was able to unravel the vexation in my heart that had existed for a long time. Just what is the cause of this feeling? What does he know about me? And on the other hand, why can't I know what he knows? Surprisingly, curiosity outweighed the feeling of mystery. It's not about what's on the outside, but what's on the inside that counts, right?
Ass quote.
He's right. In a short amount of time, I feel like I managed to get a glimpse of what he's like on the inside. Mr. Kreese is a good person, but he's hiding something. I laid on the bed, swaying in time to the noise of the train. After a few hours of tossing and turning, I grew comfortable enough to finally fall asleep. Wait, my mouse isn't on. He's hiding his humongous boobs. Probably. I would always get depressed around this time of year. Because the night practically disappears, and that damn light illuminates the outside almost all day long. I wanted to withdraw into the darkness for all eternity. But after they started coming here consistently, every week, I began to think that maybe it wasn't all that bad. Hey. I have something I want to ask. Oh my. What is it? Sorry. It's a little unusual to hear that from you. It doesn't matter, okay? What, is it bad that I'm asking questions? Come on now, don't get so pouty. Say, what is it that you wanted to ask? Well... What does Grant mean? Is that someone's name? No! It's nothing like that. I've just been trying to read lately and it happened to appear in the newspaper. Yeah, it was the name of a store. I see. What I can think of is... Well, I don't know what the spelling is the same, but there should be a German word with similar pronunciation.
Granzendorfen.
Stop. Huh? Glands. It means light, brilliance, and glory. I have a seal of biliteracy for taking 4 years of German class and I didn't even freaking know that. So
That's
only
like
AP test I failed. Grants. Victor Grants. This really is fate.
poopy pants.
Oh shit! If it's not, then what is the meaning of him being here? Murder on the Nord Express. Day 1. Complete. Save the game! That. Okay. That's freaking scary. I don't like that. That actually kind of scared me. Save file created. Proceeding to the next day. But you know what? I'm glad that they ask. (1910). This morning our father passed away. So, we finally had to return to our mother's side. As an heiress, I shall take care of everything that remains out of the house. But we cannot possibly take care of the entire household by ourselves. Therefore, I have made a decision to invite 2 new people from blank. One is Professor Blank, and the other is Professor Blank. I refer to them this way, as professors, because they are my dear younger brothers, Blank's tutors, and also because I have a lot of respect for them. I'm really glad I extended my invitations to them. However, I do feel bad that I'm leaving most of the work to them as of late. Since last month, my physical condition has only gotten worse. I can only pray that my child will be born in good health. Okay. November 17th, 8 a.m. Apartment number 4, 3rd class. I keep hearing Discord notifications, but they aren't even mine. I keep being
Sorry,
like, is
me.
someone texting me?
No,
And-
it's me.
I
don't
never
know
have
what
them
I'm
on, so I
doing.
don't know why I'm like thinking it's mine. Starting today, I will be patrolling this asylum train as a police officer. Because of all the noise, I ended up not getting much sleep after all. After a little past 8 a.m., the crew brought me breakfast with a wake-up call. On the tray I received, there was warm soup and bread with cream cheese and such.
Ew.
I wonder if it's okay to eat this much in the morning. As I munched on my food and shared some of it with Wick, I gradually felt more and more awake. This is an important job entrusted to me by Mr. Crease. I should do my best. Woof. Bark. Wick is zooming around the small compartment in high spirits. Is there any place on the train where I can take him for a walk? I hadn't even gotten dressed yet. As I finally took out and opened the travel bag to change into my uniform, I realized something. Ugh. Oh boy. What do I do?
Uh-oh.
November 17th, 9 a.m. Conductor's office. Oh. Good morning, Conductor-in-Chief.
Good morning, Mr. Grants. How awfully pleasant is it to see you come at 9 o'clock in the morning instead of appointed. The uniform suits you quite well, too. But no matter how disgustingly well the heating in the cars works, won't you catch a cold dressed like this?
What? I packed my bag in a hurry, so this is the only outfit I had brought with me.
What the fuck?
I realized that just this morning.
Well, you're in a hurry, huh? I guess it can't be helped. Though I am glad that I was able to get you on the train when you were in such a panic.
On the contrary, I'm afraid he was a little too easily convinced to allow me aboard. He's cute in the uniform, yeah.
He's ugly.
I just thought they were like implying he was naked or something. I was like, what?
Let me lend you something to wear. It's my G-string.
No, it's okay. I'm fine as is. I don't want your G-string, Andrew.
It's only lightly used.
Well, because of this uniform's design, I've gotten used to the cold, so don't worry about me.
Is that so? Prove it. Oh, by the way, if the steam generator were to stop working due to some kind of malfunction, the temperature would drop below the freezing level in less than an hour, so please be careful. Well then, let's get to the main topic, the details of today's work. As I said yesterday, today at 6 p.m., we stop at Gare de Brest for half an hour. Then at 1 a.m., we stop at Bratislava station for half an hour. Despite being an express train, we regularly have to make stops for purposes such as refueling and whatnot. Therefore, I'd like to ask you, Mr. Grants, to monitor the train while it stopped. That said, I want you to keep an eye on the inside of the train in Brest instead. Why is it called Brest? And the outside's in Bratislava.
I don't think they made it with that in mind. I don't think they named it with that in mind. I don't even think it's English.
Before you go out, please be sure to receive a winter coat from the crew. Such heavy snowfall is dangerous even for you. While the train is stopped, I and another conductor in brown uniform will also be on the lookout. But if you happen to see someone suspicious near the train cars, I would appreciate it if you could quickly catch them right on the spot. Report the sighting to me. Aside from that, all you basically will be doing is patrolling inside the train. Well, when you do that, you may pass your time however you please.
Oh. He said I could spend my time however I want, so I guess I'll go take a look around. First, let's look around the nearest rear car. The rear car is the second rail car of the Nord Express, if you count from the back.
Hey.
One half of the rail car is for cargo storage, and the other half is the nap room used by crew members. Oh.
Can I be her?
Oh my god, okay.
Or do you want to be her?
You can be her.
Oh.
You'll give her a different voice than the Andrew voice, at least. Martha is really cute. I like the art style in this game. I think it's cute.
So you're the sheriff. I heard about you from the conductor and chief.
Yes, that's me. I'm Victor Grants. Nice to meet you. Woof.
And you brought a puppy with you. Also, you're just much lighter than I expected.
I can only give a vague reply to that.
But I'm glad to see that you look like a relatively serious person. I'm Marta Behempfel, one of Nord's Express's crew members. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
She seems very amicable and easy to talk to. That's good. What should I ask her?
Do it, Squirt.
I'm gonna ask about her.
Yeah. Right, I'm a compartment maid who's in charge of cleaning and serving food. It's because I'm a woman.
Oh,
We at Compañía de Wagons let's guarantee comfort and excellent service worthy of its special fare. Or something to that extent. Even if this is an asylum train, as a crew member, I always put my heart into trying to provide a comfortable service. Of course, besides that, I can also do all types of manual labor and solve all kinds of problems. Nothing is impossible for me. If I am given an order, I shall execute it perfectly. That's why I selected to be an employee in this particular train. But frankly, I haven't really gotten a chance to shine yet. At most, I just go around asking if the passengers would like tea or coffee. To be honest, this may practically count as a day off for me. Because when I'm truly busy, I usually have to take care of at least 16 passengers all by myself. But I'm the kind of person who feels more alive when I'm hard at work. Aren't you the same way? Aren't you not?
yes, I think so too.
In the last few months especially, this train has become a gathering place for the most privileged, mainly available only to military personnel, high-ranked bureaucrats, and their associates. All those haughty and assertive people. It sounds so Western saying it. Haughty and assertive people who can't help but get drunk and make a ruckus until the sun rises. She's just like Hamlet.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't be able to stand that type of environment.
Nothing's wrong with drinking, though. The dining car here has a wide selection of brands to choose from. The only problem is that people often get the floor carpeting all dirty after drinking themselves into oblivion. That's what I really dislike. Way too many drunkards in this country, that's for sure. Denmark's a prison. Even amongst the employees here, there is a scoundrel who saw no problem with drinking on a job.
What the hell? Who is it?
Joseph. I just really wish he would pull himself together already. Well, you are a Brit, Mr. Sheriff, so there's probably nothing for you to worry about. Wait, no, maybe it's an alcohol. British people get addicted to tea.
Damn. I can live just fine without either, so I'm good.
Imposter.
What should I ask her?
Do it, Squirt.
About the train?
You know what it takes? You know that it takes Nord Express 4 days to get from Petrograd to Paris, right? But actually, it should have been possible in just 3 days. The original transit route's railway track has become desolate and fallen into disrepair, which is only natural during the current state of affairs in the country. That's why it takes a little longer than usual, because the train operates on a detour route. Ah, that's right.
Huh?
You might have known this already, but a sleeping car's lavatories. One of them is out of order and cannot be used. You know, Andrew made a big poopy.
What?
Have you seen it yet?
No. Come to think of it, when I boarded the train and headed to my compartment, I think I saw a door with a sign "out of order" on it. Yeah, I have.
That's a relief to hear. There's really no prospect in repairing that place, so it just has no equipment storage. If you're unlucky, all the tools might fall on you the moment you open the door, so... I think it's better to keep that room off limits.
That just makes me wonder if that room will come into play in the future.
It's talking like there's a murder.
What should I ask her? I was like, am I supposed to ask her everything, or will I come off as too suspicious? I don't even have a choice about the passengers.
We crew members don't really see them unless we're called upon. After all, this train bears the, so to speak, grave secret of the Nobles' refuge plan. As for the passengers, it appears that they try to refrain getting involved with us as much as possible. Though apparently that little prince seems to be having a lot of fun on the train. But
Oh.
something wrong.
Does she mean the kid I met last night?
I saw him widowy doing the quiddy last night. His envoy sighed. I'm glad that the prince is enjoying his time on the train as if he were traveling normally. Actually, the ones I think we should be worried about are the Grand Duke and his wife. There's straight people on this train.
I'm ashamed to say that I know very little about either of them, or any straight people, to be honest.
Well, you're from another country, so it's not surprising. Gayville. But stories about them are common parlance here. Not particularly mind listening to people's gossip. In fact, I enjoyed collecting intel. Rather, that used to be a part of my job. Well, that's a story for another time. Anyway, I heard various rumors, true or false, about the high society of that time. For example, the Grand Duke's wife was originally from France, and her social status wasn't that high. To put it simply, their union was a morganatic love marriage. It caused quite a stir when it happened.
I hear that love marriage among aristocrats is rare.
Yeah, it's common to prioritize appearance and prestige for the sake of one's noble lineage. But those two, they believed in fate to such an extent that they willingly abandoned that principle. Oh, how promising their future together was. Charles. And yet, I heard their relationship has changed completely.
Oh,
I'm curious about that couple, but unfortunately, we, the crew members, don't have the right to know.
okay. Or not by, I guess.
Of course, I was surprised at first. When I learned that the Grand Duke would be using this train to escape the country, but no matter who I have to serve, I'll do my very best as a maid. Each passenger has their own story. So I can only hope that this journey doesn't end in tragedy for them.
Oh no! What's okay. I will also make sure that the security on this train is airtight.
Expected from someone personally boarded on this train by a conductor-in-chief. Good to see that there's some character behind that ugly face.
Damn. Cute?
No, I said ugly. And it would be nice if the weather improved somewhat.
The weather? Why?
I mean, it's still only November, so it's rare to see heavy snowfall. I'm sure the snow heralds the arrival of winter in earnest. Now that we cannot turn back, I have no doubts left that the cold is only going to get worse. If the snow continues to fall even as we pass through the mountain range, then, you know.
Is there a possibility that the train might stop?
The odds were in our favor yesterday, but if this keeps up, who knows, we might end up getting snowed in. If that happens, we'll have to call the snowplow first. Until it comes, we'll have no choice but to wait. Well, if we're lucky, we'll be free in 2 days, or the 9 days at worst.
The train might stop? This didn't even cross my mind. That's the one thing I can't have happen.
Mr. Sheriff, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Nothing. Sorry, I'm fine. Just got motion sick.
Really? But indeed, the shaking has been terrible since a while ago. Are you the type that gets motion sick easily, Mr. Sheriff? The best thing you can do is simply get used to the shaking, but if you continue to feel sick, look, here, open the window and face leeward, please. Don't worry so much, Mr. Sheriff. We're all going to be in the same boat if the train stops. Or the same train if the train stops. I'll also let the driver know at the next stop.
Oh, okay. I lost my composure. If this train stops, what am I going to do?
He's acting like a murder is gonna happen.
Well, he's like running from something, right? The next place I visited was the dining car. There may be people here during this time. Although it felt awkward, Wick and I still stepped into the dining car. What we found there were 2 passengers drinking tea.
Brits.
That's the boy I saw yesterday. Sure enough, it's Prince Ivan. Prince Ivan is I don't know how to say that, to be honest, who belongs to one of the most prominent aristocratic families in the country. I've heard of them before, sure, but there are a lot of mysteries surrounding that family. However, Conductor-in-Chief shed some light on their history yesterday. It's rumored that the prince's family possesses a huge amount of land, wealth, and treasures. Who's the tall hottie? I think that's Joseph. That surpass those of the imperial family in terms of assets alone. And Ivan's now deceased father was once involved in the establishment of the train's operating company and helped finance it. So basically, this asylum trip would not have been possible without them having the power to effectively charter this train. Pee-wee.
Oh, hey, just so you know, I'm dead serious about this.
Prince Ivan is dressed in a military uniform and cap, and wrapped up in a fluffy coat. He appears quite small and even dainty. And is the one facing the prince the special envoy who also works as his guard? Got it, if your highness says so.
Give him a French accent.
What?
Give him a French accent.
I can't do a French accent. We don't have Carmel here. We can't have a French Joseph.
Don't.
But with that being said, is this really alright with you, your highness? Not very dainty if you can carry that heavy-ass looking axe.
But just make the THs into Zs.
No.
Maybe Pee-wee should do it.
Pee-wee has all the voices. I have an important talk with His Majesty at the Grand Duke at dinner tonight.
It's alright, Joseph. You don't gotta keep telling me that.
Then, your highness, I didn't dare say anything yesterday, but you shouldn't go around carelessly opening train windows just because you feel like it. Even if you get a maid to do it for you. Damn. By maid? Does he mean me? I mean, if a dangerous object such as a grenade is thrown into the gap where the window is open, then you wouldn't stand a chance, would you?
Come on, Joseph, you're such a worrywart. This isn't a horse carriage.
Ah,
Hi,
Aw.
good morning, mister. Did you sleep well? I didn't know you were a police officer.
Oh, you are. The envoy got up from his seat and slowly walked up to me. He was pretty tall. As he looked down at me, I started fidgeting. Popo. He had long wavy hair which was tied behind with a ribbon. And although his demeanor was refined, he exuded an intimidating aura that probably pushed people away. You were the British sheriff entrusted with patrolling this train? But yeah, that's right. Victor Grant. I blurted the words out in a frantic voice so as not to choke on my own tongue. The envoy just stood there silently, carefully examining Wick and I. On the inside, I was starting to feel somewhat impatient. I should have been more insistent on no outsiders being allowed to board the train. Goodness gracious, I have no clue what the conductor was thinking. Joseph doesn't trust cops. Had Prince Ivan not taken a liking to you, I would have had you thrown out of this train in an instant. I wish for you to understand the following. He's real for that, I know, right? This train is driven by the glory and splendor of Axboy's family. I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher that. And it was thanks to my power and influence that we are able to carry out this mission with confidence. So don't forget that the real authority of this train rests with us, not with the conductor-in-chief. And besides, are you really a British police officer? That petrified expression certainly befits a country where the weather is god-awful all year round, but when I was told about a patrol officer, I was expecting someone who would look more capable, so this is a bit of a letdown. I feel a little uneasy with someone like you around, but, well, what's done is done. I'm looking forward to seeing how your existence contributes to us. Oh right, how very rude of me. I am yet to introduce myself. I am Joseph What's his last name? Desaulniers. I am Joseph Desaulniers, a French envoy. Currently, I am acting as Prince Ivan's guard and escort. I am most pleased to make your acquaintance, officer.
Officier.
The envoy said that and returned to his seat. I couldn't even look him in the eye and just stood frozen in place. Feeling his evaluative gaze scan all over my body, I broke out in a cold sweat. The envoy has resumed his tea party with the prince as if nothing happened. I don't feel like staying here any longer. Let's go somewhere else. He met Joseph and said, I want out. Let's go back around to the end of the train. I headed to the frontward baggage car, which is the first car of the Nord Express if you don't count the engine room. On my way through the sleeping car, something happened. The door of one of the compartments I happened to be passing by suddenly opened. Oh.
Oh, heavy hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vera Kiaz.
Is that all you're gonna
Slam.
say?
With that small yelp, the door was immediately slammed shut. My heart skipped a beat.
She's
For that-
so hot.
For that short moment between the door opening and closing, I could catch a faint waft of a sweet floral scent.
On a sweet cosmic guy.
Perfume. I can't be too sure because it was only for a
I heard
moment,
that.
but was that the Grand Duchess's companion? The door was closed shut and there was no sign of it opening again. Hi, Rosie. How are you doing? Only the faint scent of perfume lingered in the air.
The base note seems to be brown sugar.
Wow. Although just an accident, it was still awkward. I left the place as quickly as I could. Baggage cars are divided into front and rear. The front car seems to be the one where train equipment and passengers' luggage are stored. But taking a quick look over the car's interior, in addition to luggage and equipment, the place is packed to the brim with dubious wooden crates. Not only is this place packed, but since it's still morning, the light here is dim and it's kind of hard to see. Such a place where you can easily hide is probably very convenient for those who might have boarded illegally. Since the conductor-in-chief instructed me not to touch the luggage, I was just looking around. Thud. Soon after I entered the room, I heard a sound. There's something there. Is it a rat? Rustle, rustle. No, maybe has somebody suspicious snuck onto the train? But Wick! At my signal, Wick leapt in the direction of the sound. And then... rustle. Thud. Grr. Woof. Bark. Who is? Yeah.
I don't know who it is.
Really?
I can only assume.
Whoa, what the hell?
I was right.
Help me! Well, why is a dog here? Well, who are you? Oh, I am... How did you know I was here? No, actually, wait. Why are you so lightly dressed? He's covered in dookie? Oh. What should I do? He's not giving me any time to reply. Oh, I get it. You're that sheriff the conductor-in-chief was talking about, right? I mean, you certainly look the part. But let me just say something. I ain't slacking off, okay? But still, don't you tell anyone I was here. Oh, maybe he's the drunk worker? You got that? Okay. This person. I've heard from the conductor-in-chief that he is one of the crewmen. May I ask for your name? Huh? Ah, I'm called Creature Pearson. Hey, what's with that look? I'm honest to God working here, as a signalman. So I definitely wasn't hiding here and trying to eat some food I smuggled. You got that? Was he just hungry? What should I ask him? Wake my mouse up. Wake up! Okay. About Mr. Pearson. Whoa! For the love of... Keep that dog away from me! My bad. Let me just say something. I ain't afraid of dogs at all. Anyone would be scared if they got attacked by a dog. Don't get the wrong idea. God damn it. And this mutt even has the nerve to have a pretty cute face if you look at it closely. That aside, would you mind telling me a bit about yourself? You want to know more about me? What for? Since I'm going to be a patrol officer from now on, I would like to get acquaintance with the members of the crew. He's talking so competently now. I know that you're a signalman, but... Oh, don't be an idiot. A signalman is one of the most vital jobs out there. Sending a light cue, signaling the distance. Don't you see just how important that is? If it wasn't for me, this train would have already collided with something once or twice. He got angry for some reason. Do you have any other duties? Huh? Other duties? Well, of course I do. I may not look like this, but sometimes I even work as Joker's driving assistant. Joker is the train's driver. He's a great guy. But don't ever get in his way while he's driving. He might punch your lights right out. Well, as of now, it would be physically impossible to go to the other side of the coal car, though. Either way, I'm a behind-the-scenes kind of specialist who rarely interacts with the passengers. Yeah, that's why there's nothing suspicious about me being here at this time. Got that? Why does he keep making excuses? What should I ask him? About the train.
You should read Victor's voice, how Jerma reads the Frog Detective.
How Jerma reads what?
The Frog Detective.
Really? I didn't watch Frog Detective.
Oh no, I said you should, not you are.
Oh, I should? Okay. I can't do Jerma voices though. I don't have vocal range.
Yeah, it's just kind of reminds me of the game. It's the mystery.
Uh-huh. You've been staring at me a while. At my clothes. Ugh. Gulp. I may look like this, but I'm a seasoned veteran among the train's crew. I was hired as a crewman for this special train because I worked tirelessly for many years. So it's not surprising that this uniform wore down with age. I'm sorry. Do you know anything about the passengers on this train? Do I now? Who would have thought we'd be talking former royals and aristocrats on board? Well, they've fallen on hard times too, I guess. But you know, this job means big money with hundreds of silver coins on the table. My god, this man is awful at keeping secrets. Did you also sign the confidentiality contract? Well, I mean, that was that, and this is this, yeah? No one's gonna find out if I smell some beans here and there. At this point, it's not like that royal couple's quarrels are such a huge secret, if you ask me. Eh? Oh, didn't you know? Oh, strange Mr. Sheriff. The word on the street is that the Grand Duke and his wife are on bad terms. This rumor has already been circulating around for almost 4 years. But the Grand Duke has long had scandalous rumors made up about him. Like about him having gone crazy, or working with the criminal underworld even though he's royalty. And now, here we are. Now that he's lost the power and fortune he had as a member of the royal family, it must be unbearable. I think this immigration plan was mostly dependent on it. Well, I couldn't care less about all that. Whether the people on this train are rich or poor, good or bad, all that matters to me is whether I get rewarded for my work. What should I ask him? About Mr. Crease. That's so, like, awkward. Mr. Pearson, is it okay if I ask you about the conductor-in-chief? Eh? He suddenly went quiet. Is something the matter? Well, what if he hears us? Huh? Are you not afraid of him? Why would I be? How many days is this game? I think it's 4 days. I don't know that we'll finish it in this stream. I don't know if my voice can, like, go for that long. Plus, it'll get really
Play
late.
the fractured butthole.
What?
Play the fractured butthole.
No, I don't want to play the fractured butthole.
But you're making good progress.
I don't like that game.
Please.
There's too many bad jokes in it.
Well, you have to make the good jokes.
Hey, are you serious? I mean, speak of the devil and he shall appear, right? If I speak my mind honestly like some kind of moron, and it turns out he was standing behind me all along, who's gonna take responsibility for that, huh? And if that happens, who knows? He might take that shovel of his and bury me in the snow. What do you mean by all this? Didn't you know that we call him the Phantom Conductor? No? God, what a pain. Anyways, I'm not gonna say anything more about him. This is the only reply you're getting out of me. Why is Mr. Pearson so scared of him?
Why they animify a creature?
They did a good job at, like, his sprites look how I would imagine him, like, well, okay, like the body language. It's hard to tell from this conversation alone. Like, they've clearly, like, put some thought into all the different poses and stuff. Thank you for answering my questions. If you ever run into any trouble, you can rely on me, Sheriff. Can I? Of course, as long as I get paid with interest. Hey, I saw that. You looked at me and thought I was a cheapskate and a money grabber, didn't you? No. The reward stated in the contract is more than enough for me. But you're obsessed with seeking even more. I was just wondering if there's a reason for that. Well, who knows? I have a goal in mind, though. A goal? Since you ask, I guess I've got no choice but to tell ya. Listen, Sheriff, you must understand it too, right? This country's as good as gone. Well, it was just a matter of time before everything came crumbling down. All that talk about Russian Empire being on its way to a better future sounds too good to be true. Which is why I want to save money and leave this country and move to the US. Well, personally, I can't stand most Americans, but beggars can't be choosers. And then, in the future, I'm going to start a groundbreaking humanitarian business. USA mention, it's a shout out.
They need to hurry.
Groundbreaking.
Boring.
What?
This part's boring.
We have to talk to everyone. Groundbreaking humanitarian business? I mean, it's not so easy to become a millionaire in this day and age by common means. So, I'm betting on a dark horse.
Katy Perry.
I haven't figured out all the specifics yet, but I'm sure I'll come up with some in due time. And then in a blink of an eye, I'll become a very rich and successful man respected by many. And to achieve that, I'm gonna build an orphanage. It ain't a bad idea to take a bunch of orphans under your wing and care for them. That's my plan, basically. Huh? Hey! Just now you were probably looking at me and thinking, why are you suddenly talking like some kind of philanthropist? Or you were mentally calling me a hypocrite, weren't you? No, not at all. Aw, I shouldn't have given you a serious answer. Whatever, just get out of here already. Shoo! Shoo! Mr. Pearson tried to force us out of the room, but Wick rebelled against it. Grr, arf, arf, arf. Bite! Yeah! Well then, if you'll excuse us. Good luck washing the dishes, Pond Frog. November 17th, 5 p.m., rear car. It's been a few hours since I started my patrol. I haven't found any signs of potential violence or theft on this train, let alone murder. While traveling back and forth between rail cars, Some of the crew members were willing to talk to me. Oh, right. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen the conductor-in-chief at all since this morning. Maybe we just never crossed paths? Excuse me. Aw, it's you. What do you want? Have you, by any chance, seen Conductor Crease around? Conductor Crease, you say? He's usually chilling in the conductor's office. But if he's not there, no one knows where he might be. Hmm? We usually have no clue where that man is at any time. He even got the nickname Phantom Conductor because of his elusiveness. It's a matter of luck whether you manage to run into him or not.
How much space is in this train?
I don't know. I think there was like hints of Andrew like having a secret or something. So maybe he hides in the walls. That's... Is something of this caliber even possible? But then again, Mr. Pearson did say the same thing. The crewman kept talking in a hushed voice, which was so quiet that I could barely hear him. You like how I say his name like Grease? Is it not Crease? I thought it was.
It is.
Kreisendorfer.
I always remember that he's not Andrew Christ. Because my instinct is Andrew. Wait, whatever. Now I'm confused. Don't Christ about the T, so like Christ.
I think Kreis is better because it's doesn't sound as
Said that.
I'm like dying trying to, cause like I know I used to mess up Andrew's name a lot, but I can't even remember what I used to call it or how I used to say it. Christ, right? You're right. That's what Ed Luca says. I think is what they're saying. It sounds like grease. He's a bit greasy. It's kind of creepy, to be honest. But so is the man himself. You know, his name sounds a lot like Grease. Like, even amongst the crew, there aren't that many people who think highly of him. About a month ago, he was employed as the new conductor-in-chief.
the
At that-
German Google Translate says it as Kreis.
At that time, there was an order from CIWL to replace some employees for the sake of adjustments. So several new crew members came to the Nord Express. You have a hammer? Everyone look out! Ed Luca has a hammer! Ah! But it's unusual to have the conductor-in-chief replaced as well. That only happens in very rare cases. Oh, I think he's talking in a hushed voice. And the conductor that worked here before the current one suddenly disappeared for no discernible reason. Aside from that, Conductor Kreese does his job without any problems, but I don't know. He's just weird. No one even knows anything about his background. And obviously no one's gonna say it to him up front, but that terrifyingly pale face and those sinister red eyes. Every time our eyes meet, my blood runs cold. That uncanny smiles of his is just a cherry on top. No way someone who has such a stiff smile plastered on their face all the time is in their right mind. Okay, you're very judgmental. It's better for you to not get involved with him unless absolutely needed. Same as us. We'll do the bare minimum here for another 3 days and then keep our mouths shut after everything's over. That way, we'll have more than enough money to live a life of leisure. Our circumstances are rather favorable, too. With snowfall this heavy, there's no way for someone to attack from the outside. I don't know if you're also fleeing the country or what, but consider yourself lucky that you got on this train. Well, I couldn't forget the offhanded remark the crewman made. And so, I left the car with even more questions than before. No way someone who has such a stiff smile plastered on their face at all times is in their right mind. Conductor-in-chief. It looks like Ms. Behamphil and the envoy have a lot of trust in him. But as for the rest of the crew, it doesn't seem like they like him very much. I wonder why that is. But anyway, let's go look for him. I still need to ask how to spell his name correctly. Conductor's office, the rearmost part of the train. I haven't been there since morning. November 17th, 5:15 p.m. Conductor's office. The lighting here is so dim. Unlike the rear baggage car where the crew members could take a power nap, it could easily be concluded that this is a place where business is carried out.
Business.
Just look it up on the IDV wiki. I don't think he brought his phone. I don't think he has any Wi-Fi. Although this room is usually reserved for the conductors only, it seems that any crew member can go in and out. Something resembling a berth is attached to the wall, but unlike the one in the passenger cabin, it's very simple. There's a stack of papers that look like some kind of documents on the desk, and all sorts of keys are hanging on the wall. No one's here. The last place I haven't visited yet is a small balcony-like deck outside the office. To be honest, I already know he's not there. And I understand that going outside dressed as I am would be too reckless. But just in case, just for a little bit should be fine. Just to satisfy my curiosity. I grabbed the cold metal handle and slowly opened the door. And through the gap blew unremitting freezing wind. Oh. The cold forced all of my senses to go in the high alert, and my whole body got covered in goosebumps. The wind hitting my face was so strong that I was having trouble breathing. When I opened the door fully, before my eyes appeared an open outside world, where the beautiful snowy landscape seemed to stretch infinitely into the distance, and the sky looked like it was moving away from me at a brisk pace. Oh. For a moment, I was struck speechless by the vast scenery laid out before me, but the cold was unbearable, so a few seconds later I closed the door. Even though I opened the door for only a short while, my whole body was covered in a light blanket of snow. Pondfrog, why do you want him to jump out? He'd die! Which immediately melted and made my clothes wet. It's snowing heavily, just as Miss Behamphil said. I know she warned me, but it's freezing. Shivering from the cold, I weakly staggered back. Thud. Uh-oh. Huh?
Why are they outside?
I don't know. I think it's just snow coming in because he just shut the door.
Oh, I am right, Mr. Grant.
Oh, Mr. Crease. Before I knew it, the conductor appeared right behind me. As I was backing up, I bumped into him without noticing. It was so sudden that it threw me off balance.
Okay.
Completely unperturbed, the conductor caught my shaky frame.
Rest, perturbed spirit.
What?
Hamlet.
Oh. In such close proximity, I noticed that you no longer smelled of yesterday's cigarettes, but of something completely different. So anime, yeah. It smelled like perfume, and what a nice, elegant scent it was.
Gucci
Uh-oh, he's hanging out with Vera. I'm okay. Or, sorry, was that Andrew's line?
I don't think so.
Likewise, sorry for suddenly...
Goodness, what do you think about heading out?
Just for a little bit. I came here searching for you.
Is that so? I've come here to prepare for the next stop. We'll arrive at the station soon.
Oh right, the train is going to stop at the next station in less than an hour.
You haven't been cold in that outfit.
The conductor was looking at me like I was a tiny animal that had fallen into an ice pond and got soaked
This
through.
is so just like, yo, why'd they do this?
And
felt-
Luca was like, guys, the ship isn't a big part of the game. It's okay. I thought it would be like kind of low key. This is not what I expected.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind because, you know, I don't have strong feelings for or against Victor. I'm just happy to play a fan game that somebody put a lot of effort into. I felt a weight on my shoulders, a fluffy weight. Huh?
Drip. Better?
That's scary without the coat. It's
How
like
much more?
so strange to see.
Thank you very much. It's for the fans. True. The coat felt thick and heavy, and it was clear that it had excellent protection against the cold. Every IDV fan game has to have romance. Stop. Not only that, but conductor's warmth was still there. Immediately, I felt my frozen body regain heat.
Baby,
So, you were looking for me.
stop reading it like that.
Yeah, why do you give him that voice?
Look at him.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, I was. I'm sorry for my abruptness, but may I take up some of your time? He's so
No.
sassy.
Sure, what can I do for you?
I would like to know how to spell your name.
Okay, sure thing.
Once I had given him my thanks, I took out a notebook and a pen from the bag with my still shivering hand and handed them to the conductor. After a short pause, he returned the notebook to me with Andrew Crease written in it. I finally learned how to spell his name correctly. Poopheat. What the heck? For some reason, the letters were quite large and thus easy to read. Barry.
I'm always looking forward to receiving.
Always. Whoa.
Yes. Pee-wee, pay attention.
Are you done with all your errands? If there's anything else you're looking for.
No, actually, some of the train's crewmen told me you were like a phantom or something. That's why I went looking for you.
Foo-foo. Is that
Not the Andrew foo-foo. The conductor pulled his hat down over his eyes without saying anything else.
It's not like I'm making my presence unknown on purpose. But before, I always lived my life hiding in plain sight so that my existence would go unnoticed. It's something I simply had to do, so as a result, it just comes naturally to me now. Can you guess why?
Huh?
I'm sure you've heard people call me weird or creepy.
After staying silent for a little, I decided to answer him honestly. Yeah, but why?
It's because of the way I look. A man with white hair and red eyes whose face looks like that of a corpse.
I think the Andrew albino thing, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna say Victor has white hair and red eyes too.
They are
but
the same shade.
I don't know.
And
I like the
honestly-
art.
I'm a cold-hearted monster.
Well, okay.
What? I think. Never mind. I'll tell you about it later.
Cold-hearted monster?
Since the moment I was born, this appearance has caused me nothing but constant trouble.
He's platinum blonde. Sorry. I have nothing against the colors or the art. It's just Victor also has red eyes and practically white hair.
As a matter of fact, that's still the case to this day. Well, now I no longer care about something so trivial. I mean, Mr. Grant, surely you, too, have thought of me as creepy at some point, right?
I couldn't answer him right away. Damn. He has brown eyes? Oh, my bad. I was completely tongue-tied, and it took me some time to open my mouth again. Conductor Kreese. To tell you the truth, I always doubt other people. Face-to-face conversations are filled with lies and hypocrisy. However, I vividly feel that the kindness you show me and the trust you have in me are not a lie. I can't wrap my head around it. But it makes me really happy. I don't know if you'll believe me, but although your eyes made me apprehensive, I never thought you were creepy. Yesterday, too, when we talked about the letter, I was ecstatic. Back then, you seemed to be nervous about something. It may be impertinent of me to say this, but I felt like I shared some familiarity with you. And I'm sure that in some way, you're just like me.
A
That's
loser.
stop. That's how I felt, at least. All of a sudden, the conductor lifted his hand in front of my face as if commanding me to shut up.
Damn.
Mr. Grant, excuse me. I'd rather we don't discuss this any longer or any further, all right?
Although the conductor was smiling, his face was clearly tinged with irritation. Andrew hates the British, you. I noticed that his eyes are shifting back and forth minutely in response to some kind of anxiety. I couldn't get a good read on his feelings. Looking back at it, I don't even know why I did this. But I was strangely convinced that I had to do this anyway. On the spur of the moment, I reached out towards the conductor's hand and grasped it. There's no way someone so warm can be a cold-hearted monster. The conductor looked surprised for a moment, but he didn't move or say anything. As we stood there, motionless, neither of us pulling away, I felt like time itself had stopped in its tracks. The silence felt like it could have lasted for hours or for either a few seconds or a few hours. The only thing that was changing was the heat trapped between our hands. My icy fingertips were slowly robbing him of his warmth. His head was held lower than usual, and his expression was hidden by his hat and bangs. Only his mouth was visible. When time started to move again, the conductor suddenly shook my hand off. Ugh. I stepped back a little, while keeping my eyes locked on him. That was a little forward, Victor, to be honest. To my surprise, the conductor panickedly mumbled something under his breath.
No. You're wrong. That's...
Okay, this is more like the Andrew I know. The conductor's hoarse voice sounded like it was being squeezed out from his throat. It was very feeble. He raised his head again, and it seemed like his face had lost even more of its color. He looked deathly pale and horribly distraught. I couldn't say anything after seeing him in such a state. The man standing in front of me was certainly the conductor-in-chief, but somehow he also looked like a completely different person. He quickly covered his face, and then he just turned around and left, without a goodbye.
What the fuck? He's so evil for that.
Oh. This was such a sudden change of attitude, I was at a complete loss of what to do. I felt like I've done something I can never take back. I mean, you did just kind of like hold the guy's hand after he said, let's not talk about this anymore. Did I say too much?
Yeah.
No, maybe I shouldn't have gripped his hand like that in the first place. I just grabbed him without thinking. Maybe that's because I remembered how warm the conductor's hands were when I shook them yesterday. Warm human blood was flowing through the veins and capillaries of those pale hands.
I said caterpillars, and I was like, what?
I almost said caterpillars. But most importantly, his hands just now were shaking terribly. You made him cold! Huh? It was only then that I looked down and noticed snow melt slowly dripping onto the floor. Did the snow that was always piled up on Mr. Crease's shoulders and hat melt? As I stood there, I had no clue what in the world had just happened. What I do know, however, is that he was terrified that I was going to find out his secret. I'm certain he's hiding something from me, something he doesn't want me to know about. Mr. Grant, surely you too have thought of me as creepy at some point, right? Although you asked me that, you were scared of learning what my answer might be, weren't you?
This game is boring.
Okay. The Nord Express then stopped at Brest Station. You're the one who made... We had to play frickin' White Tombstone twice.
When are we gonna arrive at?
Ew.
And we had to play it again, too. As I had been told beforehand, I continued to patrol the inside of the train during that time. Looking out the train window, I observed the situation on the platform. Numerous crewmen were passing by in a hurry. Half an hour later, the Nord Express departed from the station without incident. The whistle blew, the engine rapidly accelerated, and the train started running again. I was relieved that nothing particularly troublesome occurred while the train was stopped. But then a crewman came up to me at a fast pace. Was there a murder on the Nord Express? Good evening. Are you Sir Victor Grant? Yes. Imagine the train blows up. That would be scary. I have a message from the conductor-in-chief. He said he'll have his hands full of work for a while, so he's asking you to patrol the dining car tonight. Understood. The dining car passed 7 p.m. The second day's supper has already begun. There, for the first time, I saw all of the train's passengers. All of them. Refugees. The Grand Duchess, who covered most of her face with a veil, sat at a table with her lady's companion. Even though they were in exile, they fit right in with the solemn and gorgeous space of this dining car. The two were eating quietly in the partitioned compartment. Meanwhile, the man who appeared to be the Grand Duke was sitting at a table with Prince Ivan and the envoy. How are you feeling, Your Majesty? Ah, don't worry about me. I slept most of yesterday, so I'm completely fine now. I don't know why I faked a cough. My throat is like getting freaking scratched up. I could have coughed for real. Even as he said that, he had to clear his throat several times in between words. The Grand Duke's voice, which I heard for the first time, was terribly hoarse. I wonder if he's suffering from a cold or something else that is hurting his throat. I shifted my gaze toward the Grand Duke as discreetly as possible, trying to catch a glimpse of what he looked like. Just like the envoy, he wore gorgeous, dazzling clothes. Many medals adorned his frame, shining as if to show off their glory. Ugh. The moment I saw his face, I promptly averted my eyes. Immediately, instinctively, like something was compelling me to. Maybe it Burke. I don't know who it is, to be honest.
It's Claude.
No.
Why would he look so similar to Joseph?
He didn't
He
say he
didn't
looked
say
similar
that.
to Joseph.
I thought they were talking about that.
What was his
Before.
outfit?
Martha said something about it.
I don't remember that. His long, straight nose and facial features were exceptionally masculine, and his well-groomed beard and hair exuded aristocratic dignity.
Oh yeah, that's Joseph.
At first glance, he looked like a totally normal person. The Grand Duke looked younger than his voice initially led me to believe. He was probably in his mid-30s. However, his complexion was pale and even somewhat haggard. Maybe it's like alternate universe Andrew. He definitely looked very ill. And from behind his hooded eyelids out peek his deeply sunken eyes. His eyes. For some reason, they made me shudder. I really don't like looking in the eyes like these.
If I can.
Behind these amiable eyes, which shined with brilliant astuteness, laid something unfathomable. Oh, do you think it's Antonia? As soon as I saw them, fear has taken its roots in my heart again. Looking at the Grand Duke made me feel a sense of deja vu. Turmoil was plaguing my mind. Could it be? No. I mean, he was... Am I just overthinking? That's right. Now is not the time to ruminate over such matters. Why am I even so upset about this? It was probably just my imagination acting up earlier. Either way, seemed like the Grand Duke had some personal business to attend to with Prince Ivan and the envoy. He was seated separately from his wife. I distinctly remember certain words of theirs that I happened to overhear back then. The only thing sacred for us is the freedom that no circumstances can take away. And for that reason, you have my sincerest apologies, Your Majesty. For this conversation means we're breaking off our negotiations. Ivan, what's that supposed to mean? And Joseph, even you. If you're still undecided, we can wait for today. Let's talk again tomorrow. No, there is no need for that. This was a decision made far in advance between us and His Highness. I fear nothing. After all, we are all equal in the eyes of God. I am well aware that this is a wonderful proposition. However, and I wish for you to understand this, we have no intention of changing our minds in the future. I dare say, let's have this journey be the last time we speak to each other. I see. So be it. It's still a pity, of course, but if you guys are so definite about it, then oh well, it is what it is. Let's end our conversation here. But, I think Sophia will be extremely disappointed by this. It was only later that I learned that this conversation had a very important meaning. But at that time, I didn't really pay attention to their private chat. While patrolling the dining car, I often thought about the conductor-in-chief. The scent of perfume I caught when I bumped into him in the evening. It wasn't the same scent as the one the Grand Duchess's companion wore, but it was somehow similar. No way Oh. Just where is my imagination taking me? Victor thinks they banged.
What the?
Well, anyway, face-to-face conversations are not my forte. The conductor, who silently turned his back on me and left. I don't believe he'd want to hear a single word coming out of my mouth ever again. He even sent someone else to deliver the patrolling request instead of asking me himself. Was it because he didn't want to see me anymore? Okay.
First?
If I wasn't so clumsy with my words, I'm sure this wouldn't have happened.
I don't know, you have ants.
Really?
Yeah, there's ants in here.
Oh shoot.
Eat 'em.
What?
It's ants.
Oh, ew, I hate ants.
Butter noodles.
Hello?
What?
What do you mean, what? Just saying hello, jeez. Oh god. Okay. Ants are pretty much cleaned up. Oh my god, why do I have hiccups? Who am I? I think my name is, Victor Grant. Where are you? We're on the Nord Express. This is why I don't like talking. Once the words leave your lips, it's difficult to correct yourself. The more time passes, the more this proves to be true. I wonder what the conductor-in-chief is doing. Perhaps he was too busy, but he never came down to the dining car. Ooh, ladies' companion. Still, I'm quite worried. Such a bad voice. Yes, actually, Miss Sophia, before I headed to your compartment, when I opened the door, we happened to stumble across each other. And... oh heavens, that sheriff. For some reason, he smelled of burned soot. A person's scent is like a mirror to their soul, and it's impossible to hide it even if they try. Is this Vera?
Maybe.
What shall we do? What if that sheriff is an arsonist on the run who's trying to escape the law by getting on this train? Isn't that, like, true? Or maybe he's not an arsonist, but I guess he probably didn't burn the house down. Oh, how terrifying.
What are you doing, Tom?
November 17th, 10 p.m. Compartment number 4, 3rd class. Wick and I returned to our compartment as soon as we were done with our meals. We will arrive at Bratislava station at 1 a.m. If I go on patrol tomorrow and nothing out of the ordinary happens, I will arrive in Paris on the day after tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the early morning. Compared to yesterday, today I feel like I got a little better at talking. Well, at least I hope nobody thought I was acting weird. Now, should I take a nap or stay awake? Occasionally, I can hear the sound of trains passing by from the other side of the tracks. The sound disappears in about 5 or 6 seconds. I wonder if the train drivers and the crew who pass this train by know its secret. I doubt it. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Ugh. What? Oh, okay.
More ants.
Thanks.
Clean up some ants.
I clean up my food. It's not my fault there's ants.
You better clean your room if you get
The window frame shook violently. I raised the blinds and looked out at the darkness enveloping the world. Compared to noon, the snowstorm seemed to be getting fiercer. I could frequently hear the sound of the wind blowing incessantly. Crewmen besides Ms. Behamphil said as much too. The weather had been rougher than ever for the past few days. I was a little worried, but I'm sure the storm will settle by tomorrow morning. I have no choice but to believe that. Otherwise, if I'm even a single day late to reaching the UK. In order to fight off an oncoming anxiety attack, I set about rewriting the letter to the conductor. At first I intended to keep it short, but as I rewrite it, I want to tell him more and more. About what happened yesterday and what happened today. About how I wanted to thank him, to apologize to him, to talk to him about anything and everything. I had to let my cat in. I'll be right back in just a second. Just a second. Food. Your food. About how I wanted to thank him, to apologize to him, to talk to him about anything and everything. At the same time, I began to imagine how Mr. Kreese would feel, and what kind of expression he'd have after he read the letter. Andrew Kreese. What kind of letter would he write? What words would he use? What literary style? What kind of emotion would he put in his writing? And what secrets would he share with me? I'm so looking forward to it. My heart was filled with expectations. It's been a while since I've had such a good time. I feel so happy and alive to the point where it even surprises me. Didn't he just get like hardcore rejected though?
Yeah, I would literally jump on the train. Like, what was... Is he so...
Would others think I'm strange for getting so excited over a single letter? Well, what does it matter? After all, in order to get to know someone better, it's important to gradually get closer to them through the words written on paper. How fortunate to have someone you can send a letter to. It'll be 1 a.m. soon. A few minutes ago, Ms. Behamphil was kind enough to go through the trouble of bringing me a winter coat, as well as offering me some coffee to help with my drowsiness. Bee, what's wrong? I think my cat's weirded out because there's like lemongrass spray all over the floor. Hi, what's wrong? Come here. Okay, or not. Don't worry, the coffee's on the house. That's what she told me. Be away.
Oh. You don't have to worry about it, Mr. Sheriff, really. But that conductor in chief, oh, for crying out loud.
For some reason, she seemed to be angry about something unrelated to me. I wondered what happened with Mr. Kreese, but I hesitated to ask her. I sipped on my lukewarm, almost completely sugar-free coffee. The letter to the conductor-in-chief was finally finished. I folded several sheets of writing paper and put them inside the brand new white envelope. Then I carefully held the burning candle over the envelope and let the dripping wax seal it. And after I was done, I spent some time simply admiring my handiwork. I was worried sealing the envelope like that wouldn't work because it was on a narrow and swaying table. But it all worked out just fine. I'll give the letter to him after the train starts moving again. Then I noticed that the train was slowing down little by little. The shaking gradually subsided, and the train came to a complete stop. Alright, Wick. Wait here a bit, okay? Woof. November 18th, 1 a.m., Bratislava Station. On the snow-covered platform, the chilly wind did not stop raging. It was pitch black outside, with only the street lamps casting dim light. The lamplights flicker and blink repeatedly, clearly unstable. Take care, Dew Dragon. I hope you have a great rest of your night. The fine powdery snow dancing through the wind created an illusion of fog. The visibility level was pretty bad. It was so cold outside that even without drinking the coffee earlier, the freezing wind would have whipped me wide awake. Every time I took a breath, I felt like my lungs were being pierced through. Alright, let's keep an eye out. I descended onto the platform and took a deep breath. Although the midwinter world was cold and uninviting, I stretched my limbs out freely. Glad to be outside for the first time in a while. I wanted to take Wick with me, but I figured it wouldn't be a good idea to let him roam outside for half an hour with weather like this. With that in mind, I decided to leave him on standby in our compartment. If push comes to shove, I should be able to apprehend a trespasser by myself. Although the train was stopped, the steam smoke continued to rise noisily from the locomotive. In the distance, I could barely make out crewmen loading goods onto the train. After passing through Bratislava, it seems we will not be stopping at another station again for a while. Which is why they're loading a huge amount of fuel and equipment. The snow continues to pile up. I felt somewhat restless, so I opened my satchel to check once more if the letter to the conductor was there. Okay, good. I didn't forget it this time. I took the letter out to make sure I wrote the name correctly, just in case. To Mr. Crease. He's blushing. I think I'd live to see the day where I'd address a letter to someone other than myself. As my lips unconsciously curved upward into a smile, a gust of wind blew right past me, almost knocking me off my feet.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm trying to eat. I closed my eyes involuntarily. And just like that, the wind very easily snatched the envelope from under my fingertips. Well, that sucks. No! Well, wait! Without thinking, I chased after it in a flurry. But in a blink of an eye, the letter flew up into the air to a height I could not reach. Became a single white spot in the distance and disappeared into the darkness of the winter night. Yeah, uh-oh. Oh. For a while, I just stood there staring off into the distance, dumbfounded. Then, when I realized I was away from the train, I immediately returned to the front of the car with my head held low. That was so stupid of me. Today. I was going to give it to him today. Ka-chunk. Huh? I feel like I just heard something. A murder on the Nord Express? In the sleeping car. Quickly growing suspicious, I went inside. After entering the sleeping car, I closed the entrance door just in case. I'm sure I heard the noise somewhere near the entrance, but when I looked around the car cautiously, I caught sight of the conductor-in-chief in the aisle, carrying a lantern. The conductor-in-chief is in charge of watching the inside of the train. He's standing in front of the Grand Duke's room. Apparently, the Grand Duke rang the call bell. That's like Aesop.
Is something the matter, Your Majesty?
After a short pause, the person behind the door replied, "No, it's nothing. Never mind." The Grand Duke said in a loud voice, so that he could be heard through the door. I just rang it by mistake. Haha.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry about that.
You think he's gonna kill the Grand Duke?
No.
You don't think so?
Well then, have a good night.
The conductor tried to return to his seat at the end of the aisle, but... Next I heard the sound of a bell ringing persistently from the other sleeping car.
Mm.
In order to make it stop ringing, the conductor immediately headed towards the sound of the bell. What was that about? At his side, since a while ago, I couldn't help but feel my vision grow cloudier. Have I not had enough sleep for the past few days after all? Or is it just the cold weather making me feel groggy? Oh. No good. I have to go clear my head. Huh? I felt something. A murder on the Nord Express! Oh shit, did Victor die? That would be really big. No, they're not gonna kill Victor. It happened in an instant. I was already barely awake, so I couldn't react fast enough or even turn around to see my attacker. The impact immediately made me lose consciousness. Okay, we're just passing out. If they killed off Victor, I would like... I think this game would... I don't know. They don't have to kill Victor. I just think it would be like I wouldn't expect it, you know? Stop. Stop. Everyone just heard the cat hiss at you. Stop. Leave him alone. What I loved and enjoyed as a child is still something I'm deeply fond of even after I became an adult. I think my tastes have hardly changed over the years. While living in harmony with Mother Nature, amusing myself with insects was one of my guilty pleasures. Not me. The other day, I promised to take a therapeutic walk in the forest with Blank. The weather is getting warmer, and it seems that his health improves around this time of the season. We are planning to catch various butterflies and bugs in the forest. Because that boy saw my treasure. He saw the cute babies I was so proud of, and said he wanted to make one too. I was so happy to hear that. I need to teach him well, so that they can be preserved as a beautiful memory forever. Whenever I'm going through a hard time, I look at it. In that frame, beautiful memories can shine brilliantly for all eternity.
Is this Melly?
Maybe.
Probably the butterfly.
Yeah. If time permitted it, I feel like I could watch my cute babies for hours on end, as if I were possessed. I was remembering the summer from a few years ago. It was tons of fun. I spent this summer away from my sister. That has never happened before. If it was the same summer as before, I should have been having a good time going out to the summer house with everyone. But we had to hide away somewhere safe. I never thought it would come to this. That's why I feel so lonely. When I lie awake in my bed in a pitch black room, all those bad feelings resurface. I don't even remember what fun and joy feel like anymore. No one could cure my illness. I saw various doctors and faith healers, but none of them helped. On bad days, even walking is difficult. Truth is, I can feel myself getting weaker with every passing hour. I don't want to go through that pain ever again. I think both Triangle and Cross are worried about me. I always felt hollow until the time when I could meet my sister and her family again. I can't wait to see them. The chilly wind is blowing off a loud whistling sound. I had a feeling this year's winter would last forever. On September blank, we finally left the summer house. I returned home with triangle,
This music
cross,
is too much.
and square. The music on my end is so loud, like it's actually scrambling my brain a little bit.
Mhm.
Like, it's nothing against the tracks, it's just really loud, and I can't adjust that because I can't, like, audio mix on it on my end. Like, chat, if the music is too loud, you can let me know and I can turn it down for you guys, but I can't turn mine down. I didn't realize how cold it had already gotten outside, so I was sticking close to Triangle as we walked. Triangle told me to hold my head high and walk as usual, but me praying you say so? No, if it's too loud on your end, like, I can fix it for you guys, but it won't fix it for me. Like, just the way I'm like launching into a completely different discussion, but it's like this game's audio, I can't lower this and keep like my Discord audio at the same level. So this music is like yeah, it is fixed. There's not like a menu that I can find, which like that's like normal for RPG Maker games. It's fine. I can deal with it. But like Pee-wee Crunkle, if I like don't hear something you say, it's just because the music is like as loud as you guys.
Pee-wee, why did you change your Zine drawing? I literally matched mine with yours.
Because I wanted to change it.
I literally copied yours so we match.
Well, why would you copy mine?
So we can match.
Signature.
I don't have a fucking signature. It was a drawing, not a signature.
It's a doodle and a signature.
Triangle told me to hold my head high and walk as usual, but Triangle's face betrayed the anxiety brewing inside. In the darkened sky, pitch-black tree branches spread like glass cracks and swayed with the wind. Sister? Sister? Is Circle here? What about Square? Are they not here? Hey, answer me. Come on. Nobody's here? Where did everyone go? Normally I would have received a reply as soon as I called, but no matter how much I called and called, no one answered me. As I pushed open the surprisingly heavy door and wandered around the pitch-black house on unsteady feet, uh-oh. Only traces of them remained. My sister and her family weren't there. If they weren't there, have they gone somewhere far away? Oh my god. Triangle, whose face had turned a deep blue color, exclaimed that and covered my eyes. But it was too late. That was the harsh truth. Did you go somewhere where I can never reach you? To where Mom and Dad are? I wonder where my sister went. Murder on the Nord Express, Day 2, complete. Yes, I would like to save. That part was pretty freaking cool.
I really got to the next day.
Well, I want to see like a little. Look, there's like freaking blood stained.
Oh, boo-hoo.
We'll do like a little bit. November 18th, 10:54 a.m. Dining car. Ugh. Hey. Hey. The sheriff's awake. Oh, finally. Then, we should report to. Why am I here? I tried to move. Everything hurts. I felt a grating pain in every joint of my body, like the one you get when you fall asleep in a weird position. And also a dull headache. That's right. Last night someone suddenly attacked me from behind. And the fact that I have no recollection of what happened after means... excuse me. Well, what time is it? About to be 11 a.m. Last night I started my patrol somewhere around 1 a.m. and after about 20 minutes, I heard a strange noise and entered the sleeping car to investigate. Immediately after that, I passed out. Until noon. I was unconscious for such a long time. No, wait. More importantly, Wick. Where is he? Why is he not by my side? Could he still be waiting in my compartment since last night, just like I told him to? That can't be it. Because after so much time had passed, he would have come running all the way here. He would have gotten quite peckish by now. The more I thought about it, the worse my anxiety got. I felt the blood drain from my face. Well, this whole morning's been a wild ride, but you really surprised us. I mean, I went to check the equipment storage a while ago, and there you were. Huh? Yeah, this must be the work of the culprit. I had a sinking feeling the moment I heard those words. Yesterday, did something... well, actually... Just as the crewman opened his mouth to speak, the door to the dining car suddenly opened. Mr. Sheriff, excuse me. I have a message from the conductor-in-chief. If you don't mind, I would appreciate it if you could come with me right now. The conductor looked exhausted. I turned to the crewman before leaving the dining car. Excuse me, but have you seen the puppy I was with? No. Now that you mention it, we haven't seen it. Uh-oh. If you do see him, I would be grateful if you could please tell me as soon as possible. The crewman nodded. Okay. We can leave on a cliffhanger like that. The dog was the murdered? Seems like it. Sorry, Pond Frog. My voice can't hold up for another 2 days. We'll finish it soon though. Paper Bagboy, you're surprised IDV players have the mental capacity to make a video game? It's pretty cool, right? Like, this game it looks really nice for like, because this is an RPG Maker game, right? It's pretty impressive from a technical standpoint.
White Tombstone was more impressive.
What?
White Tombstone was more impressive.
White Tombstone doesn't look as good though. White Tombstone is very RPG Maker, and I do like White Tombstone, but it's like White Tombstone I'm pretty sure has like basic assets in it. You need to draw Eli right now? You should. I'm trying to decide if I want to like actually play a little bit of IDV or if I'm just gonna like call it.
We can do we can do Pee-wee painting stream.
Pee-wee painting stream?
Yeah.
Okay, do that then.
No, I need to set up my stuff.
Well then why'd you say that if you're gonna throw a fit?
I'm not.
I'm just like still eating my food, so I don't want to get up, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, chat, how did you feel about How'd you feel about Murder on the Nord Express so far? Trying to think about my opinion on it. I think it's pretty cool, but I don't know. It's not like I'm gonna criticize like something that was one person made and it's like, you know, maybe I'm not personally invested in Victru, but it's a cool game. I thought the potential melee part was really nice. Sexy Andrea, the art's really nice. I like it a lot. Whoa. Oops. I just bumped my mic. Someone said there's a Yaoi Wu-Chang X ASAP comic. Aw, that's not worth hating the community for. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's your own standards. I feel like Wu-Chang X ASAP is like... I don't know. I've been exposed to that before.
Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Okay, give me a second.
You see. Is it the right way around? No.
I'm not even like... I'm not there yet, man. Okay. Oh, Crunkle's not here. This is like a... Can you like make it like the other orientation?
No.
No. You just want chat to like look at you paint from that angle?
Well, I don't really have a stand. Is it upside down or is that just
It's
my
upside
screen?
down.
Okay, I was able to like... Are you streaming this? Don't...
Turn it off. Okay, it's off.
Okay. Oh, my eraser fell. Okay, here we go. I gotta...
Tell me when it's okay to put it back up.
Okay, I think it's good. Okay, it's chat here.
What do you mean it's chat here?
Is chat ready?
I guess.
Okay, well, I have this one too, but I don't really know what to do for the background for this one. It's like a girl. But this is for art class.
Paper Bad Boy liked it better when it was upside down.
This is some of my paints. This is the top of it.
And Lucas says make it red.
Red. I was thinking like pink.
Chat, we can watch YouTube while Pee Wee's painting too.
You should just
We watched IDV Funny Moments the other day.
what the hell? Without me.
Yeah. I can put on more.
Oh, I also have this palette out, which it's like I got my primaries, kind of, and then I got all of these colors, which they all look black, but they're not all black. And I have my brush. My water isn't on the thing. You're gonna see it.
IDV Funny Moments are so like cheesy though. They're so goofy.
We watched IDV Funny Moments when Jerby comes over.
It's true. Who makes the funny moments?
I don't know. Wonton makes the funny ones, but his aren't called funny moments.
Wonton's always has like... No, Wonton has good ones, I thought. Wonton, IDV, funny
What are you
moments.
doing? Hello?
Hi.
What's going on?
Pee-wee's painting and I was gonna put on IDV funny moments for chat while I finish eating. And then maybe play the actual IDV game for like a little bit.
You quit the game?
Yeah, my voice was gonna give out if I kept voicing.
Oh.
Pee-wee, I don't know how to stream this without like just covering up your art. Your thing is like sideways.
Sideways.
Chat
It's
can't
not sideways.
chat can't see it. Well, they can, but
Let's make it a tiny screen.
uh,
Okay, well, goodbye again.
bye. I'm gonna complain so much later because I hate messing with my OBS settings. 110 and a Katsu Hearts are the best EXE videos.
Akatsu Hearts, weren't they like outed for being a weirdo or something?
I
I
don't
used to
know.
watch it and I kind of stopped.
Here's Johnny.
I don't know the tea paper bag voice, to be honest. I don't know. I probably shouldn't play IDV tonight. So we'll just watch some videos and chill for a little bit after playing a story game. And then call it a night.
Let's do this.
Call it a night.
How old is this? 2 years ago.
One. Two. Three.
Oh yeah, these are all like the old versions of the characters.
You're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud. Ah! Oh shit. Look at this dude. Nope.
That cowboy skin is so bad.
Out of my way, son!
The chair has ropes. I guess I just picked the oldest freaking video there was.
I can't see the video.
It's 2 years old.
But why? Why would you do that?
Is it a 110 video?
Yeah. I looked up 110 IDV funny moments and like the only stuff that came up was hella old.
Yeah.
I know, right? This is nostalgic.
Oh my.
Old school Michi Mary. Aw.
I heard something over there. Hang on, I'm coming. Oh no.
Hello there.
I like the lag when the Antonio used his skill. That's so real.
I'm fucking dead, dude.
The laggy ass replay. Why is this one so freaking old? Where are like the new Wanton videos? Maybe it's these, the .exe ones?
Yeah.
Subscribe.
He doesn't do them anymore? Oh. Maybe it's just like stream highlights I'm thinking of.
His .exe ones are like his funny moments, but he doesn't make them as often anymore.
Oh.
Yo, this is cool. Dragon. Oh, that's not dragon. The deer. There's a gamekeeper.
Oh, I see it. Oh, this is going to be easy.
Get your ass back here!
Destroy the child.
Oh shit, not good. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Dude, I can't. I'm fast. I'm so fast. You couldn't even comprehend how fast I am.
Can't touch me.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
You stupid.
Damn.
Oh, hey. I don't like where this is going. Give it up!
I have crippling depression.
When Antiquarian gets more hits than the Hunter, yeah. I think it's a little stupid that her like I'm pretty sure even if she doesn't stun you, if she hits you with the stick, you get like slowed. Or maybe it is only if you're stunned. She has some slow effect to it too, where it's just kind of like over the top. Like, taking away the Hunter's ability to hit is one thing, but like making them slower while doing that is kind of like, she really needs like that much in her kit.
Get your ass back here, boy!
Whoa.
Thank you. Everybody gets one.
Welcome to fucking.
What the fuck is this for?
She should have been a boxer because it's funnier.
Serious?
That's fair. I think it's only a matter of time before we get a survivor who punches the Hunter.
Try me, bitch.
Oh, Wu Chang didn't get his free hit. It's me when I play Antiquarian.
So terrible. I am losing my mind for 15 minutes to get to that point. Just to have some fucking idiot with a rocket launcher do that. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's a stupid game. It is. It's a stupid game.
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I'll do it.
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is exactly. I don't mean to sound
This
like
video is
but this
silly.
exactly what I've been waiting for.
Fast as fuck, boys. Still fast as fuck, boys. Incoming! Hiya! Come on! Hiya!
You love 110 funniest funny moments. They're pretty good. A flashlight.
You're fucking ugly little.
Sweaty geisha. Damn. Pondfrog's asking if you're using watercolor.
Yeah. I need to get back on my watercolor game.
Cool. That geisha sat in that palette for a long time. The background music is hype.
That sucks.
No.
You should paint, Pondfrog.
Fuck you, kid.
Honestly, I should paint sometime. I haven't touched traditional art in a very long time. I don't know. I don't really do digital art that much though either.
Yes! Let the rock tell you in Chinese. Chinese? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
So slow. Bigger.
Whoops. I hate how sad the hunters look when they're disarmed. They just like stand there like holding their hand or like, and they look really shy.
Now I'm a little motivated.
For a freshwater creature, frogs are really cool.
No, stop! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Being able to hit was the only thing they had going for them, for real. Poor depressed hunters.
Oh shit. Hardcore, hardcore. Yeah, baby.
What he's doing?
Uh-oh, not a geisha and a pallet loop. Trying to see if there's just like another. Keep the outro. Here, we'll watch this one, then we'll call it a night.
Your fat ass back here.
Tonko calling it a night.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to like be up all night.
It's Friday.
Yeah. Turn to a watch party, yeah. That's not super unusual for this stream to do. We just like watch stuff on YouTube. When like, it's usually when I'm eating. Or when we used to rank and when wait times were really bad, we'd just like watch videos. I just wanted to do something to like wind down and finish my food. But I didn't want to like play another game. That beep emote is scary.
Is it the one where he like
Yeah.
finds really cooking?
They're gonna bring that one back eventually, right? Because they've been bringing back all the other ones.
And I'm the first person to
That's
say
gonna be a day full of Thief players for like an hour.
Another one. No. You fucker. You motherfucker. What the hell?
I'm kind of surprised that didn't hit him, to be honest.
The skies belong to me.
Beastrid's got a big ass hitbox. The players do tend to be annoying.
Stop it. Cut it.
They always like, on the rare chance that I play against a thief, like there's a decent chance they'll just follow me around the entire match, like trying to harass me. But then I just don't look at them, or I like kill them before they can do that much. But then like every chance they get, they like emote at me. And I'm like, oh okay, like that's fine. And then I kill them and I emote at them. And then they start like spam spraying from their chair. Like, oh.
These players are all talk and no game.
They do tend to be all talk and no game. I know there are good Thief players out there. But not really at my tier.
Acting.
Yes, but actually no? What a fucking asshole.
I'm coming for you.
Hey, chill, chill.
Yep, pretty fucked up looking dog. As you know, to words.
I'm scared to death. I'm frightened, and I don't know what to do. I'm confused, and I want to go home.
Good night, Ed Luca fan. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. Always a pleasure to see ya.
Try me, bitch.
Come on over here. Come on over here. Now you flip me off. Come on, coward. No, you suck.
110 getting double themed.
When does that not happen?
I would double team 110. Oh my god.
What the hell is this?
This is fucked. This is not right. This is not cool. This is fucking bullshit.
110 can't find the ball.
Was his ball dry?
Get a free ball from a chest.
Let me just.
Get a free ball
I don't
from
know.
a chest.
That's all.
Whenever his ball runs out, he says it's dry.
Oh, no, he's just, he has a full ball. He's just looking for another one.
Balls, balls, balls.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
Now I want more.
Another happy laugh. Yeah.
Oh.
Hello again, dumbbell. Stop! You violated the law. Yo, don't do it! I can do whatever.
Oh.
Just have to be prepared to die.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. It's me. An idiot sandwich.
Well.
Here I come, bro. Here I come.
I'm fucking invincible!
Anjay.
I don't have friends. I got family.
You want her shout so bad. I think I have it. I like it. Doctor.
Oh.
Yeah. It is very cute. Oh. Oh, his doctor friend. I'm surprised he committed so hard to that. Alright, let's call it a night. I'm sleepy. Alright, bye, Pee-wee.
Bye.
Alright, chat. Thanks for hanging out. I hope y'all enjoyed watching the first half of Murder on the Nord Express. As always, for anyone who isn't already in there, feel free to join. Well, I spelled that wrong. Feel free to join my Discord. I'm not 100% sure if we'll do more Nord Express tomorrow. Maybe. I'll try to, hope. I'll do my best to make sure that there's not a whole lot of time left before we finish it. And also for anyone who, would want to, sorry, I just noticed a really dumb typo. I have one of my text box sources on my OBS. It's named End Stream, but with a W, so it's End Stream. I guess I did that on purpose. I don't know. But also, I'll crop the stream, so it's just the Murder on the Nord Express part later, and I will put that on the Norton Main YouTube account. I don't have a link set up for it yet though, but you just look up Norton Main on YouTube, and it does exist. So I'll put it there soon. I can't put it there right away, but I mean the VOD will be available on Twitch for a week or whatever. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Good night, Pond Frog. Have a good night. Take care, everyone. Bye.